Good evening, Hotfix Nation, and welcome back to Hidden Heroes. This is the Hotfix show where we aim to showcase speedrunners who are part of marginalized communities or otherwise underrepresented communities in speedrunning and the games that they're passionate about and that they want to show off. I am your host, Anarchy, and I can't lie, it has been really hard living through a lot of life-changing events every day, like constantly. It kind of sucks. I think we can all agree that it sucks. And I hope that watching Hotfix can be at least a little bit of a reprieve from all of the everything that is happening, maybe a little bit too much these days. So I decided that for this episode, we would do an episode where we take down the man, or whatever that means in each context. So up first, we're going to be having Limey, who's going to be running doing a little bit of flavor from their own show, Parallel Universe, with Rush Cyberfunk Randomizer. And then after that, we're going to be having Lori D. Bunnykins show off a pretty brand new title, hot off the presses, Pipistrello and the Cursed Yoyo, which I lovingly call Pee Pee Poo Poo. But we've got some really great games coming up and some even greater gamers tonight. So make sure you stick around for the show. For tonight's shirt bit, since everyone is constantly talking about, Mario and Luigi with this brand new Switch 2 and this new Mario Kart game or whatever, and those guys are a little overrated sometimes. Don't tell Mario and Luigi I said that because I love them. But up for today's shirt, we've got Waluigi and Wario on the beat tonight. They're also at a Wawa for some reason. Not really sure why they're there, but they are. But speaking of shirts, make sure you check out the new Hotfix Summer merch collection from the Yeti. Our merch collection is now live, so head over to theyeti.com/GDQ to check out our brand new Hotfix shirt, our new keychain, and a sticker pack. They're very, very cute. Coop's got some ice cream. It's adorable, and really you should check it out. But anyways, without further ado, I think it's time to get into the gaming. So I want to welcome fellow showrunner Limey, the GOAT, and friends who are going to be showing us Rush Cyberfunk Randomizer. Good luck and have fun.
Thank you. Before we get started, I do want to say that transition to talking about the Hotfix merch, which everyone should check out, by the way, was masterful. No notes. That was like chef's kiss. That was incredible. But
I tried my best. Thank you.
But yeah, like Anarchy said, this is BRC Rando. I'm Limey. I ran this for a little bit, but I'm washed up now. It's okay. And I have a couple of people in varying states of being washed up. If you would like to introduce yourselves, we'll probably start with Nessie Poo here.
Sure. Yeah. What's up? I'm All Right Ness, otherwise known as Nestifer, Nessie Poo. Used to run BRC quite a lot, so I'm excited to commentate and help Limey through this rando.
I'm SSK. It's often said that the being washed is the first step to getting clean. So okay. I'm here on comms. I can't take credit for that. I don't remember who said it. It wasn't me.
I feel like it's Mango, but I don't know.
that's the goat right there. I haven't run this game, but I have a lot of friends who have, and I've watched a lot.
Oh my god, I'm one of them.
So I'm excited to be. Yeah, this is true. So I'm excited to be here. Help give some yapping while we get some highly advanced funk style.
Yeah. And before we get started, I want to mention because of personal preference, and also I like to do this, and it's cool. I'm playing this on Movement Plus. If you've never seen this mod before, if you've seen Rush Cyberfunk, there's going to be a lot of movement going on. But you might think, yeah, this is just a purely story game. How does this work in terms of randomizer? All of the items are going to be shuffled into the pool along with different amounts of rep. And we need there's going to be global rep through the entire game. We need different amounts of rep to get through the entire game. It's almost going to be like Mario 64. If you've played that, hopefully you have. This is
I know that one. I know that one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but that is all the preamble out of the way. I will just be getting into the game. We will be starting in 5, 4, 3, 2 on go.
Wow.
Yay.
You are so. Good luck.
Yeah. Also, one mod I'm using, it treats the skipping cutscenes a little weird because it it adds this mini map, but it doesn't let you skip cutscenes immediately, so I have to pause and unpause to be able to do it. But yeah, my game is quite modded if you've ever played this game. Yeah, this is all exactly the same. Yeah.
So who's that? Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the guy from the game. This is Red.
I think I saw this guy in Pokemon.
Right.
He looks like that,
that
right?
Looks really different here. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to mod my game more than I usually do. Ooh, I got the cool thing. Okay, cool.
Nice.
And done. Yeah, so just going through the tutorial, I have to do a couple challenges, get some multiplier, do some tricks. You know the vibe. And immediately I can start getting into getting collectibles.
Yes. And then,
But, oh, sorry.
everything is like randomized. Clearly Bomber Cyberfunk randomized.
Yeah.
So, when you pick up something, it's not always going to be necessarily what you intended to pick up. So,
Yeah, I have some routing to go through this really fast.
Graffiti is sick.
Just to go through here, get these sprays, and then go into like this interior section, and I almost called it garage in hideout here, just to like get a couple of checks.
close enough.
Yep, and then that was rep to get to the next area.
What the dog doing?
Yep, 24 rep. That dang. Yeah.
I'm playing on glitchless logic, which a lot of rando players don't usually do, but I just think it like makes it a lot easier to figure out what I need to do for like showcase settings, just because this game could be really mean with how many checks there are in like Spear 1, Spear 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can just, unironically, on starting the game, you can get to every single area. It is not even funny.
Very overwhelming.
Yeah. But I'm just going to be playing, going through a bit. I missed the zip. I'm just going to be playing a bit. But yeah, this is time for you, Nessie, if you want to bring up anything cool. I loved the candy. I didn't know I had it already.
Yeah, the candy is such a good spray.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh yeah, and then the JD Villa, of course, but probably not JD Villa. Whatever.
My yo-yo. Okay.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. So like Limey mentioned earlier, they're playing on Movement Plus, and Movement Plus, as you can see, Limey's moving around really fast. There's like the ground dash, which like puts you on the floor really fast. And like momentum is carried like super fast. Whoa. Yeah.
I'll try that again.
But momentum's, it's stored. It's like really good at like keeping your speed. Yeah, that one's a little bit tricky, but
It looks like you're not supposed to go there.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult in Movement Plus just to do that because you fall faster.
yes. And yeah,
So
that
a lot
was
of
another
like
thing
tricks
right there.
work, but it's just like difficult. Oh, I do have a XL. I didn't realize this. Is this web spinner?
Yeah.
Ew. That's end to end. Ew.
Ooh, nice. But yeah, that was
Oh, and I'm taller
what
now.
Limey did to get over that rock formation is like technically known as like a I think it's is it a grind zip or is it like
it's a real zip, yeah.
rail zip? That's the word. Yeah. But yeah, the momentum is like I don't even know how to describe it. It just goes really fast.
Yeah. It's like a combination of having a boost tricks and getting onto like a rail. You can also do it off of hard corners. I don't like this spray. I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that. You don't like Moai Marathon?
Oh, I forgot to not skip that cutscene for everyone.
Oh yeah.
So, on top of there being checks just for every collectible, every 5 sprays, there's also a check that you have to do that you get.
Right.
Which can
it
be
matter
mean,
check
but it should
or,
be bad for this.
Does it matter spray size, or is it just any 5 of any size?
Any 5 of any size.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's why at the very beginning in Hideout, I was
You're doing all the tiny ones.
I went for the smalls since I didn't have anything, so I needed to just get as many checks as I can as quickly as possible just to get my rep to move on.
Looks like we just got Zona Lust for that 5 graffiti sprays too.
Yeah,
You got a graffiti soul.
it's close enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and 24 rep. Oh, we are.
Oh,
all
nice.
in.
24 rep. Yeah, we're cooking. Yeah. But yeah. In order to progress the story, you need to do that spray that Limey went out of bounds to do. So to like activate the missions and everything of Versum Hill, they needed to spray that spray in order to like get into this area and have access.
Also, I want to mention one thing that Movement Plus fixes. If you've ever seen a run of BRC, you would know the walls are kind of a suggestion, especially if you go fast enough. Oh, I messed this up. They can kind of be a suggestion, but in Movement Plus, they actually fixed the wall collision, which can be rude for certain like reasons, like going fast or whatever. But there's a lot of alternatives where they just missed a lot of collision, and I can still get out of bounds, and that will be used somewhat.
Yeah, I think the quality of life, because I mean, you go super fast in Movement Plus. There are, if they didn't fix that, I think we'd be going out of bounds a little too much.
Yeah, it is rough without that fix. Since I'm already here, I'll do this challenge. Yeah, a lot of the routing in this and just going fast is knowing what you can do, and like because all the maps are so big, there's just going to places with a lot of check density, which is kind of normal in like different like RPGs, but like because this game is so fast, it's really important here. Would you like
Yes,
to
of
explain
course.
zips?
Okay, so what Limey's about to set up for is a zip, and basically what zips are is, you know, you touch the corner of a billboard, and you know each billboard has like a set speed. So every single time you touch like the very corner, that's like where all the speed is stored. So then you just go flying, and then what Limey did right there was zip storage. So you can actually, you know, store that speed.
It's actually
as long as you don't touch a billboard. Right? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I see that now. But yeah, if you just like slam into the side of a billboard, it will just, you know, store that speed and then just bounce you off. So that's zip storage and zips. Also, camera app is crazy.
Yeah, they kind of go hand in hand. Yeah. It's really funny because I like was debating on turning on pillows for this, but I didn't end up doing it.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I should.
Oh yeah, I know. I feel like every time we ever do like a BRC randomizer, the camera app is always like the last thing to get found, or like it doesn't get found.
Yeah. That's actually good that I got rep from that, because I could have touched that billboard on accident.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Because it stopped me to show me that I got rep. Everything was fine and nothing actually mattered. Yeah, so I didn't get a bunch of the checks in. I'm gonna get rid of my zip storage here.
Oh
my god. Okay, I'll just go over here. It's fine.
Nice. Good transition into getting next to you.
Oh, my poison gem.
Nice.
I'm scared for a second. My goodness.
We're moving.
Yeah, that happens in Moving Plus a lot. I totally forgot what I was gonna say because that scared me.
What were you talking about? Oh god.
Oh yeah, I need to go back to Hideout because I didn't get most of the checks in Hideout, but I'm gonna be going there after this chapter is done, and this chapter is almost done. Oh, I don't have enough rep, I think. Oh yeah, I'm close. It's fine. I'll just do these sprays, and there's two here, and I can just go back and backtrack a little bit. I can also go out of bounds for some. It's not a big deal.
Like I said, there's a few checks here. You got the Robo hands. You got the skateboard in the back alley too.
Yeah, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of rep in Hideout just because how little there was so far in Versum.
Yeah.
And then I'm missing one, which is the one on this side, right? Yeah.
So these orange sign guys, for those who aren't familiar, if you hit all of the signs in one combo, you unlock a rune, or it also like is just stored like far underneath the ground. So if you could, there's ways to like get out of bounds and access them without actually doing the combo. Yeah.
Also 24 rep there. Big numbers.
Big numbers.
That gets you to the threshold. Yeah?
Whenever I play on this rep setting, because the like difficulty settings in this game, like in terms of how many checks you need, is just increasing or decreasing the amount of rep that you need.
Right.
Oh, I missed.
Oh no.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I will stick at this trick because it's okay.
Yep. And then so what we just did there was Stonewall. Basically, Red Belt, they don't their boss mechanics are really weird. So if you like just go into the corner, you're out of like their like field of view or like vicinity. So if you just slam into the corner,
mesh for like the AI in the game.
Yeah, it just
what?
But yeah, it's just like it just counts you as not there. So to avoid a soft lock, it just pushes you forward after the boss fight.
Yeah, so now there's a score battle, but these are pretty easy since I know how to score just a little bit.
Yes, easy.
The beginning of this game is so fast just because there's so much to explain. Then once we get into it, it definitely like eases up. So it like won't be that bad. But something special for y'all, because in Rando a lot of people don't do these segments called dreams. I'm doing them just because I like doing them. So I have to do setup for that. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna get a couple of checks. I have 74 seconds, which should be fine.
Yeah, you got time. I always think in randos, I think the best time to collect everything is in the crew battle. Just
you're definitely right, but it's like scary.
Yeah, because you're definitely like on the wire for sure.
Yeah, because this is like just a minute and a half of autoscroller.
Yeah.
There's one check in here. I'm not gonna get all of the sprays just because I don't think I need them. But this is like super dense just because you get this.
Ooh, yeah, worth it for sure.
And then I can just get a few sprays on the way out. If I go out on this side, then I get these 4, which are like right next to each other in a row. It's 1 medium, 2 smalls, and then another medium.
Nice.
Who still uses checks in 2025? Just use like a debit card.
Oh, real.
Okay,
I use a debit card.
I also use a debit card.
Controversial opinion.
Whoa.
My credit right now.
Hot take. I use the thing that's popular.
Yeah, one thing that Movement Plus also does, couple of small things, is it turns a lot of speed that normally is just like boosting, for example, set your speed. Can I get up here?
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, it's fine. I'll just get it off of here. I don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, you got it. I still think this will get you at least halfway there, or like to stair bounce maybe.
Yep, 910, perfect.
Nice.
And I got
Very
dunked.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't realize that the taxi
Alright.
sign is here. Anyways,
Yeah.
So it turns a lot of speed into like additive speed. So I missed. Whenever like you boost, it just like adds speed. So you can kind of see here, I'm going between boosting and like doing the double jump and manualing, and I just keep adding speed. And that doesn't normally happen. Usually just sets your speed.
Super fast.
So hopefully there is a trick coming up, and hopefully I get it.
Yep, with a little bit of
Nothing
zip
bad
storage. Okay, nice.
And then can I?
Pretty good.
I'm counting that.
Kind of. I was gonna say that counts for sure. Absolutely.
That could be super mean, and the fact
yeah.
that I still managed to like save that like that. Oh, okay, that's fine. I could
Go to work.
Yeah, the fact that I managed to save that is super impressive because that is just difficult.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna get flinged off the rails. That was really good.
Yeah. So now we're in chapter 2. I have to go clean up some checks still, but it could be a lot worse. We could be in a way worse situation in terms of our rep situation.
Yeah. We don't have a girl yet, do we? I think you have Solace so far.
I only have Solace, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
That's my goat.
That is the goat.
Hello, yes.
Yeah, that is my goat.
Yeah, but for chapter 2's progression, we need a girl character in order to get into Brink Terminal.
It's spawning season.
So hopefully we'll find that here soon. Ooh, the best.
And I'm gonna loop this around. Okay, perfect. And then I'm gonna use this as a string to get this.
Ooh,
and then
nice. The people. Banger.
Okay. Yep.
Nice.
That is a really hard like movement string to do. So I'm happy
That's
getting
super
that.
strange.
And then I have to get back up here. I'm gonna get this spray and then try and curve in here to get that. Ooh. Okay.
Ooh.
We're fine.
Yeah, that's Bell. Good deal. That kind of worked out perfect with the checks and everything.
Yeah, that's actually perfect. I still need to please let me skip this. I would like to skip this.
Yeah, I mean,
okay, there we go.
Super weird.
Yeah, so I still need to get a couple of checks, but they aren't that bad. So I can just go back up here. I didn't go inside here because there was actually a rock wall that like blocks you from like entering. But now because I finished the chapter, I can get through here. Clean up a little bit.
That climb is super cool.
Yeah. One thing I'm doing actually for the fence.
I guess you could, yeah. Why not?
Might as well.
Yeah. Sure, you're here.
Yeah, a lot of people don't do this because this fight is rough and silly. But there's a boss fight here to get a character named Rietfeld who usually I'm pretty sure this is only a post game fight.
Yeah,
but I can do this since the way the randomizer works, it just kind of opens everything up, so you don't get like BK'd ever, which is super nice.
It's not too hard either. It's just a bunch of grinding, bunch of getting on the tanks.
Please? Okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, you can get up there with a well-timed double jump. So because I got that, I can go on to this guy, and this guy only hits once per instead of 3. And once I get on here, I can just
take out all the snipers.
One more. Over there.
He's
Why are you still
all
over there?
the way.
Okay.
Brother is on his own.
He's camping.
Love shockers. Okay, I have 2 female characters.
Nice.
Now. Cool. Yeah, so like I said, I'm just gonna be cleaning up. I'm not gonna be getting Rave just because I don't want to do like the multi-part like mission.
Yeah, no, that is
But I
such
will
like
get
a
this.
like a task. It's so annoying.
Yeah, so for context on how long of a task multi-part characters are usually, all characters in Bomb Rush Cyberfunk Bingo, which this game has Bingo, it's super good. They're worth 2 points just because they're so much of a monumental task compared to everything else.
Yeah, I think in the original vanilla game, you have to wait, I think, until post game to unlock Shine, right?
Yeah.
Like so annoying.
Yeah, it's super rough. One thing that I can't do in Movement Plus that you can do in vanilla is there's actually a zip to get out of bounds and then go into Bazaar.
Yeah.
Which is super fun because it's not actually like that difficult. It's one that if you saw how to do it, you'd be able to do it at home. And I'm being super serious. This game's pretty accessible. But because while collision is fixed, I can't do that. So I have to do a zip here.
Oh, are you gonna go over?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a different way with Movement Plus mechanics to go over, but this is just easier. It's not quite faster, but it is easier and more consistent. I can just get over that wall and fall in.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look at this ground that just...
Super sick. Yeah, I prefer going over than like through the wall. I feel like it's way more consistent.
Yeah, plus it's kind of flashy.
Yeah. And spawning season, my favorite.
So I'm gonna try and go for this trick. Oh, I messed up. There's a way that I can get a bunch of speed off of hard corners on this serpent. I'm gonna try for it again. Hit off of the side and like just go up and over. It's really cool. But I can just do the other movement string here, which is not gain as much speed off of the corners. Make this jump.
Yeah.
And then barely missed.
Super close. I thought you got it for a second. That's how close that was.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, and I can just do a trick jump over here. And then a frame boost and a jump with a trick. Barely not enough speed. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff in this that's just like really labbed out. I barely missed that. Just because it's such a difficult mod to like get a hang of. Like it has a the regular like vanilla BRC has a super high like skill ceiling, but this is just a different type of skill ceiling.
It definitely is. I've only played with Movement Plus like 1 or 2 times, and each time I always felt like I was like doing way too much. Like,
yeah, keep in mind, Ness I think is like 3rd or something.
4th, I think.
4th, okay. Yeah, on the vanilla game in 80%. So
yes, my time is at
really
49.59. But I'm washed now, so it's like we're good.
It's like good.
Right.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I left on a good note.
I cleaned up Bursum. Not totally done, but I got most of everything that matters.
The majority of the checks. I think
Yeah.
you have enough rep to continue.
Yep. And another jet set radio. That's really hard to do.
Almost cool.
Sometimes I can plan for just enough zip storage because I can actually manually set zip storage kind of in Movement Plus. It's a really difficult thing to like manage. But you can pretend like you have zip storage, and as long as you're going like fast enough, because the speed, like I said, is not additive, or it's not. It doesn't set. It's additive. You can pretty much like just get the speed you want, do a zip storage, and then I'm gonna just play Rith here. Get the speed you want, do the zip storage, and then we'll just give it to you. So it's really easy to just get a lot of like 400, 500 zip storage, which isn't that useful, but has a lot of like specific like applications, which is just really nice.
Like keeping that in your pocket for sure is very nice.
Yeah, it's just a lot to think about as you're playing.
I just wanted to say I really liked when you walked up to the Eclipse crew and the Love Shocker was like still busting it down, and then the Eclipse crew was just like standing there. But the Love Shocker is just like, I'm just still like vibing.
They were all hanging out.
I love hanging out. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm hanging out.
True.
Yeah, Anarchy, how are you? I'm just gonna be
Oh my God, me
cleaning
too.
up, Millennium Square here a little bit, so there's like time for some hanging out.
Yeah, I love
The
hanging
only
out.
thing better than hanging out is hanging out with Anarchy on her GDQ Hotfix
I
show.
do love having the show so much. I do quite enjoy it. And speaking of things that are on the GDQ channel, if you're interested in what's coming up on Hotfix, make sure you check out this week's schedule. We've got a banger. This is going to be a little bit of a 2-for-1 announcement here. So make sure you explore our full season lineup at gdq.gg/hotfix. But just so you all know, starting this Thursday, Black and Flash's Summer Speedrunning Celebration, Juneteenth, is coming to the GDQ channel. It will be from the 19th through the 22nd, so 4-day event. It's going to be great. Type !Juneteenth in chat for the full schedule and visit gdq.gg/BAF to learn how you can get involved with the Black and Flash community. And also be sure to follow our new Blue Sky page at blackandflash.bsky.social to stay connected. Juneteenth is going to be amazing. I know Limey, PT have been working very, very hard on it. We have an excellent schedule. I'm very, very excited for this weekend.
Yeah, I've been one of the leads on that, and it has been like super fantastic. I'm super excited for it. Everyone should check it out. It's going to be great, genuinely. I'm not saying that because I like worked on it. I'm saying it because I do genuinely believe that with my whole chest.
100%. It is going to be a banger. All the Black events are bangers, but this one in particular is going to be very good. So make sure y'all tap in.
Having only end to end here just like kind of sucks.
Yeah. Is that your only XL?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. At least it's not like web spitter or like anything.
My seed earlier, actually, I only had a web spitter as my
That's so sad.
Yeah, until like chapter 3, it was rough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try this again because this is fun.
Aw.
I'm gonna get this one check, and I'm gonna be going and starting chapter 2 formally.
Nice.
It's just right behind the porta potty.
Yup. Messenger mural.
I think it's really funny I'm getting Messenger Mural because I'm not gonna use it. I have
No.
I have spawning season, so it's like
Yeah. You already have the best spray in the game. You don't need. That's it.
Also, in this part of the game, we get introduced to Solus.
Yes.
That's it's still baby girl. It still counts.
That's still Pookie for real.
Right.
I do think this is, as someone who like plays a lot of like JSRF, this is like super funny to me because it's just like I'm used to like playing these guys, but like in the game that they're from, I'm used to like doing quick turns and stuff.
Right.
And I can't do that in this game. I just have
no graffiti cam, no nothing.
No graffiti cam is almost a blessing. But I do like dealing with the graffiti cam because it's just like a skill that you have to learn. And once you can do it, then it's like it's super obvious to people who like play the game, like who can control themselves within graffiti cam and who can't. So,
Right.
Yeah. So I'm doing the story here. It's just going to take a little bit. But in this challenge, after I hit all the triggers, I'm going to be getting a couple of sprays and then doing the robo posts and then finishing off with spray and a collectible. There is a lot to do here.
Yes.
So,
very much.
So you're done with the challenge, but it only counts as completed as soon as the combo drops. Which is why you can, take the time to do this, go on an adventure, hit the robo post.
Yeah.
And then when the combo ends is when you get your reward of, hey, wow, you're better than I thought you were. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's exactly it. So I did that robo post.
Yeah.
Actually, if you go into the robo post, it like kicks you out.
Oh.
Just enter combo. It's really funny.
I never knew that actually.
So I'm just boost tricking to make sure I can get this.
Yep.
So I'm getting this one because this is just so out of the way that it takes so long to get to. So when I finish my combo here, I get warped out. I don't have to worry about it.
And just right back to where you were. Super easy.
So I'm going to be getting this robo post since I just unlocked it. And then be continuing on with the story where our beautiful Yo-Yo is locked in on like a gate.
Yeah, gotta
the love
save
shockers
Pookie.
put him in. This is a little weird.
Why'd they do that?
I don't know. They're probably really nice. You wouldn't get it.
They're probably really nice once you get to know them.
Here,
Can you just let the screen hang? Whenever the screen popped up the first time I saw it, I saw Solus saying "Hello, yes," just suspended upside down. I could not stop laughing for 5
They're not that bad,
minutes.
honestly.
It's
probably
it's
really
such a
nice. You could probably talk to them about getting there.
It's really
Get me down
funny.
from here.
And then he's just like still up there until you do the
Yeah,
challenge.
he's just chilling. Sauce as a character is just honestly one of my favorites. Like his text at the end of the game too, where he's like, "Hey, are you gonna help me?" No big deal if you're not going to though. Like, okay.
I don't know why, but there is just a fascination with putting characters in like these graffiti platformers. Oh, I didn't know I had this one.
Nice.
In just like suspending them in the air. Because like the same thing happens in Jet Set Radio future, like in FRZ with Yo-Yo. He's just like in a cage. He's like, "Yo, save me!"
Yeah.
Oh, I need to get this check. I forgot. I missed it.
Oh yeah, the bus graffiti.
Yeah, you can actually get up
Nice.
there. Move plus. You can't do that normally.
Oh, coil.
I will
some
also get
skates
this
up
one
here.
here.
Yeah.
Please. I can actually. I have the skates. I can just do this, but I like.
You could just do. I think this way is swaggier.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, and for the 16 rep, it was worth it.
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Huge.
Yeah, so I'm going to be doing this challenge in an unintended way where I'm going to... Uh-oh, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Oh, whoa.
I can still save it.
You got
That was
it,
like
you
one
got
of the fastest saves I've ever done on that, actually. Where you just need to go through this alley and get a 3 multiplier, which is 2 hard corners, which is really easy. There's one right
Yeah.
there off to the side, and then there's the one that's right there, right before that spray. So I just get that spray and finish right there. It's really
Save a little
convenient.
time.
So after this, the man
Oh man.
is after us. So
Wait, what'd you do?
Not
Nothing.
the man.
just
You were just doing graffiti and stuff, yeah?
For some reason, I don't believe you.
That seems like a pretty extreme response for just some kids doing graffiti. I don't know.
Oh no.
yeah, I mean, it's not like Jet Set Radio Future where they have like the tarot drone on you, but like this is
Right.
like not. There's like 6 snipers in this
Yeah,
level, right?
I don't know if that was entirely necessary.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you.
Anyway,
Anyway.
I'm gonna fly at him.
Awesome. Yeah, this is Escher. This is the like main man. He tries to stop us a few times throughout the story.
And then he disappears from the story.
yeah, and then he's just gone. He's in a few cutscenes, but it's like we're going fast.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
the clapback.
Please.
Get him?
Thank you.
Oh my god, bro, I had the jukes.
So nonchalant there too after getting knocked
Yeah.
out. Just arm up, just whatever.
Whatever. Before I forget, I do need to enable this because I forgot
yeah,
my
yeah.
last 3, and I
Yes.
just should probably do it.
Yeah, taxis are super good resource. If you ever just need to backtrack in a randomizer, they're always, there's one in every stage. So
Yeah, so
Easy.
I'm doing this trip called Escalator where I line up the way I line this up. Everyone has a different lineup. It's not useful. I line up like holding forward here into like this line that you can kind of see like in the texture, where my left foot is aligned, and then I use my head, kind of aim in the middle, and then I'll just kind of jump and get it.
oh, okay,
Whee!
oh,
He just gets it.
I messed up by doing my double jump a little early, but I still got over here, so it doesn't really
I was
matter.
gonna say pretty good. Honestly, better than most escalator attempts.
Yeah, plus
Unity
plus it is really
stairs
difficult
are
because you have
never-
to land up there, and it is a tiny, minuscule platform. And like
Yeah,
I said, you
very
can't really
small.
set your speed. Usually in vanilla, you can set your speed by just boosting, and you slow down. And you can't do that in this.
I was gonna say,
It's really
yeah.
difficult.
Look at all the speed you have stored too. It's like insane.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a lot of speed.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna do a couple of checks that I usually do during the score battle, just because I can do them now. Pretty please, I'd like to get this. Yeah,
Oh,
that
man,
jump is
whoa.
a little scary, but
Yeah, that's crazy. I was wondering if you were gonna go over here. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, and then I don't need that spray because I'm pretty good on the rep. I can just get this.
Yup. Ooh.
I need to make sure I
Shout
go
out
around
people.
the trigger.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do an alternative to get over there since I did get
Yes.
escalator just to show off a little bit of wackiness after getting these 2.
Yeah.
And then there's also spawning season, which I usually get.
Oh yeah.
I can get that in the score battle still. Not a big deal.
You got it.
Yeah, so I can do a zip actually to get where I just was. Oh,
Ooh, a little bit of a bounce. Okay.
okay. I
Okay.
don't usually
Nice,
get that, so
nice,
I'm
yeah,
happy
no.
we got that.
That's awesome. Super sick.
Yeah, this game, it swags out completely if you're just not ready for
I
it.
love this game so much.
Yeah, especially like Movement Plus. Like I said, it is a really like high like skill floor, even to just like control it. But like it is just like a completely different like skill set, and it is like super cool.
Yep. Yep. And then yeah, their like talk hitbox is so huge that Limey, underneath the platform was able to talk to them and start the crew battle.
There's another skip you can do in Mall that takes advantage of that as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like talking to an NPC through the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually 2 involved. If you didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
I know the one with the old head. I'm sure there's more.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a second one.
Oh, there's one with vinyl, yeah?
Oh yeah, there's the one with vinyl, and then there's also the one with the .exe.
We do it a lot.
Yeah.
Spawning season.
16 rep for spawning season. I'll take that.
Yeah, no, that's a good trade. Good trade.
Yeah. So, also, was that Eclipse just flying in front of me? No, that was Pots.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, look, yeah.
Yeah, Move Plus is really funny. NPCs definitely know how to control it. It's great.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So, in this, I'm pretty much already at the score, so I don't really have to worry about keeping my combo. It's just kind of fast sometimes to keep your combo. What I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be just cleaning up some checks. I'm going to be going to the docks. I'm going to be finishing in docks just so I can get everything. There's a way to get to docks without a zip, actually.
I'm excited.
Hopefully this is enough. Ah, barely missed it.
Oh, dang.
I jumped a little late, which made me... do I have enough time for this? I jumped a little late, which made me jump on the corner. But
there you go.
You can barely make that, which is
that's so sick.
It's really difficult.
Super sick, yeah.
But
got some.
It's not even that it's difficult. It's more that it's precise.
And now we're at this whole other separate area.
Yeah. This is usually blocked
Otis
off
Redding
by
sitting on the dock of the bay.
Old Head, but I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of sprays over here, which I'm not really going to concern myself with that much. But there's the one right here, which I can just get.
Yeah. There's the one CD on the raft, too, back there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little octopus thing.
Yeah.
48 rep. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I said something.
Big rewards for the
Big
Yeah, I
money.
usually always set that up because going from there to here is a super just cool movement string. I forgot to set up a zip for Nightmare.
Yikes. Yeah.
Or just log in. Or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. No, we're in Dream 2.
Actually, funny story. This stream doesn't have any billboards, so I can't even do a Nightmare if I wanted to.
Yeah. Even in vanilla, there's nothing here. You usually just play it normal. Oh no!
I barely didn't get the jump off of.
No, that was a manip.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'll see later.
Right.
This was actually the hidden tech of Chapter 2 Dream. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know some people do some weird stuff with events here too, where they clear the entire gap.
That's fine.
That's okay.
That is a really hard jump. That is actually really really difficult. Yeah. And I was like,
you're supposed to zoom onto the detach onto the rail from the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's faster if I don't do that because I can maintain more speed, but it doesn't really matter that much.
Nice.
And then
there's
get a bunch of speed through here.
Crazy tech here.
Do this. If I do this correct, I can get a rail zip.
Ooh.
Which I would like to do.
That'd be pretty cool.
And then skip.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I love this game so much.
Yeah, super cool.
W aesthetics.
Yeah, getting that is kind of precise because of how rails and angles work in Movement Plus.
Right.
But it's not too bad. I still got it.
Gosh.
I'm fine. Oh, I'm not fine anymore.
I really thought the car was about to help you.
Yeah. Yeah, I can skip getting on this to get on this rail, and it just saves time by not having to go up. But
oh my gosh, a wolf jump? Oh, hold up, wait, whoa,
dude, they're free. I don't know what to tell you,
dude. I'm just bad. I'm washed. Like I said, I can't do those.
So there's secret tech there where you get coyote jumps off of those vents, and they're the bane of every BRC's runner's existence. And I nailed all three I went for. First try. So
they're super. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I can't even describe it.
I'm also doing a small cutscene skip here called Try Skip.
Oh, nice. Oh my gosh,
completely nailing it.
No, you killed that. Usually, you have to, they're like, oh, you have to go to the mall, and then Trice is like, oh, it's up here, when you hit the trigger, and then it's like,
yeah.
But we just completely skipped it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just take time because now that there's .exe here, they added the rest of the sprays that weren't in square to square. So I'm gonna take this opportunity just to get a bunch of sprays before ball. I already get these? I don't remember.
I don't think you did. Yeah, the skates. Yeah.
Yeah, I usually do these like this, but sometimes if I'm like low on rep, this is like the first place I go just because it's like a little easy to like get up here.
Right.
But
Yahoo!
I don't need to worry about it that much. I missed the beat Yahoos. I haven't played JS.
I know.
Yahoo!
What they once were. There we go.
Yeah, in JSRF I usually play as 0 beat, so it's like a little different. It's just like Yahoo! Oh no.
Oh,
I was focused too much on trying to figure out how to do 0 beats Yahoo that I
I was gonna say you were
Really
locked in on the Yahoo.
Yeah. And
Nice.
there's a couple of checks here
Yeah.
with a couple sprays.
DJ Cyber just hanging out. 32 rep too.
32
Dang.
rep. I'm at 440. Wow, this is not even
440,
bad.
yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, for my like slightly more difficult settings, this is like not bad at all.
Yeah. No, we're cooking.
I do want to mention we're 36 minutes in. We're already like zooming. This is like one of the faster randos I've ever done, which
Yeah.
is not a good sign for that spit.
No,
But
we'll
it should be
see. We'll
fine.
see.
Yeah, I don't want to like jinx it too much, but
Yeah, I was gonna say a few more areas to go through, but we'll see. We're definitely cooking right now.
yeah. Actually, I'll make this easier on myself for later because I didn't have to go here first, so I'm gonna backtrack and then it should be fine. Gonna get like 2 checks while I'm here. Actually, yeah, I will. So I'll spray a little bit, and then hopefully I get this trick.
Whoa.
You can kind of see I have a bunch of speed right now. I messed
Yeah.
up. Here, I'll try it again. And then I have to do this once more.
Oh my goodness.
Barely not enough.
I see the vision though. I've never seen this though.
It is really difficult because like you have to like land on the perfect part of like the half pipe.
Yeah, like right in the crevice.
Yeah. I did not
I just want
think
to
I
say
had my
legs of
patience.
steel, by the way. Legs of steel for being able to like survive that jump and land on your feet and not just like die instantly.
Yeah.
For real.
Big ups to Beat for that.
Oh, this
This
is
is
red.
why you
What are
never
talking
skip
about?
leg day.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not.
That's red.
Yeah, this is red.
Yeah, that's red actually.
Oh, right, my bad, sorry. Oh, because its shirt is red. That's right. That's right.
it's-
Yeah, totally.
Right. All right.
Are you?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
You know what?
Yeah.
I would go to an eye doctor if I were you.
I was gonna
I
say
literally
that
worked
after
For a
Right.
couple of specific tests. Okay.
Oh
I know
no.
what I'm doing tomorrow.
Ooh, 48 rev.
So
I show up to work tomorrow. Hey, do you know buy more Cyberpunk? And my doctor's like, yeah.
I think
What?
so.
I know that guy. Yeah, yeah. It's like the one with like beat. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I'm just
It's like how Zelda's the green one in the Legend of Awakening.
Yeah.
yeah. I know that one. Oh, why'd I go out? I'm doing a trick. I don't know why I went out.
Oh, are you gonna do the? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I do have to I do have to do a little bit of safe quitting here, but
Yeah.
that is an out of bounds
Yeah.
that exists.
Super
That's-
weird.
I've never seen that. That's so funny.
Yeah.
And instead of doing like 9 robo posts, I can just fall in here and get that.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
super
like the
easy.
thing I was talking about.
Yeah, saving quit. Yeah. For 8 rep 2, that's not that bad.
Yeah, I have to sign in again and then
Connect
Yeah,
to
I'll
the
be fine.
seed. Yeah, where? Oh, tab. So true.
wait, why did I go here? I'm literally okay. I have to go up to hideout. That's my plan.
Oh,
I'm going to
yeah.
hideout. I'm gonna say this verbally. I'm going to hideout because I need to like activate this. What's it called? This shortcut to get to.
Oh, yeah. There's
And
the
it's faster because I can frame
there's a
boost. So I
gate.
need to make sure I open this, and then once I'm here, I'm gonna use the taxi. I need to get the taxi.
And you did get the taxi.
Yeah.
Nice.
I can just go back to square.
Yeah. That Matan gate is usually closed from the very beginning of the game, unless you do like a hideout zip, which
What?
is like
I didn't
crazy.
get square.
Wait,
I almost always get
Oh.
square.
that's crazy.
You know what? It's fine. World tour.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
A victory lap.
Yeah. But this gives me the opportunity to get storage again, so I will just do
True.
that. I think
Yeah.
it'd be better if I do it off this one.
Nice.
Oh, the post.
The post.
The post. That post has like
Oh, burger.
gotten me more than I would like to admit.
Honestly, they're just there for that, I think.
Yeah.
And like, who put that there anyway, right?
For real.
I need to talk to the city planner in person.
Oh, 48 rep.
Oh, geez.
48, let's go.
I'm scared to see what I'm at.
I think I kind of remember. I think you're at like 500 something. I can't put a number on it though.
I think 520 sounds right, but
528 now.
okay.
Tapping my noggin.
Now listening to Peak, by the way.
Oh yeah. One of the
Shout outs to 2 Mellow.
Shoutouts.
There is a category extension,
Yeah.
2 Mellow %, where from a new game you collect the CD for this song "I Want to Know" by 2 Mellow.
Okay, so for those
Yep.
of you who don't know what the subcategory is, or this category extension is, would you like to guess whether it's over or under 15 and a half minutes?
Yeah, chat in chat right now. Over under 15 and a half minutes.
Yeah.
If you look at SRC, you're cheating.
Don't look at us.
Don't,
If you know-
don't do that. Don't
You're
say that.
cheating.
Second in that
Don't tell us what
category
you know.
either.
I see runners in chat. If you say anything, I'm not counting your vote, okay? Still got that.
Nice. Yeah, cool little jump.
That jump is a little bit difficult to like do, like when you're like just kind of flowing through the level because it's so like you just move so fast.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the "I Want to Know" during score battle. Yeah,
I'm gonna get it like before then.
Nice.
you're gonna get it before that. Okay.
I'm gonna
Poll
show off
ends.
this
Informal
cool
poll
movement.
ends whenever Limey gets the CD.
Yeah, I've been like hardcore in the lab with like Plus just because like has like so much potential, but no one like does it.
Under,
So
over, under.
Yeah, I'm seeing a pretty even mix so far.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
yeah, this is pretty split. And I will tell you right now, it's not close.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, like I said, yeah, Movement Plus has such high like so much. The word I just said, I can't remember it. So much
Skill
potential.
expression,
That's
skill
what it
ceiling.
is. Yeah,
There you go.
Potential.
has so much potential, but not a lot of people do it. And there's actually a strat that I do for. I got the tree. I have a lot of rep.
Yeah. Wow.
There's a strat that I do. Actually, I'll get this first.
Oh, I remember you showing. Yeah.
That's been in like one any percent run on the leaderboards
Yep.
like ever.
I've seen
And
this.
I will show it off here because it is cool. Now just to get onto this cycle.
Yeah, it's super cool. Good cycle.
Yeah, if I had a better idea of where I was going in, because I usually like pause like 8 times to like figure it out. There's a cycle that I can catch here. And I think it's
Yeah.
a little bit lame to like lab out randomizer strat, so I don't have it out, but I do know it.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
So this is a mandatory like story spray. There's going to be a cutscene here where we can actually go to the main part of Mall, but if you're good enough, you can actually just go whenever.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be doing a rail zip here.
I'm so excited.
It is a
for
little
this.
hard because it's kind of up off the ground. Yep. Hard corners, hard corners, hard corner, and jump fairly early so I don't get a bunch of height.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to be going into this post-game area. Not post-game,
Oh my
like
goodness.
post-story area.
Yeah. You're not supposed to be back here right
Yeah,
now.
that-
Also, 24 rep for that is crazy.
Yeah, that's the Tubello collectible. That's the CD. I got that in
Yes.
44, 30 something, 32, I think.
Oh, that's
nice.
way over 15 minutes.
Yeah, for the category extension, it is under.
Very
That's-
under.
you're
minutes
intimately
change,
familiar.
right?
Yeah. What is it?
Yes.
What's your time in it?
My time for 2 mellow % is like a 206, I think. And then I think the world record is like a second like better than mine. So I think it's like 205, 204-ish. So
Yeah.
crazy. It's very tedious. You need to hit like 5 zips in a row, like perfect.
And like go through walls without like losing speed. It's like it's rough.
You need to go through the walls, and Mall's walls are like notoriously bad. You know, C Mall clip, C 2 mellow %. It's just so. It's a rough category,
It's so rough.
but it's
2 Mellow himself
Yeah.
does know about the category extension
Yeah.
and thinks it's funny and cool.
Oh, I forgot I can't.
Right.
Go through
oh
here
yeah, yeah.
on,
You're not supposed to be back here. Yeah,
Yeah. Usually you can't. You can just go back there on any chapter that isn't chapter 3.
Yeah.
But now that we're in chapter 3, I can't go through there.
Right.
I usually go through there, like, because I go here early on in the seed, and then I go, what is it? I go through there, activate the taxi, then taxi out to a square.
Nice. Yeah, that death warp is so weird.
Yeah, you just move a little bit too fast, so you just go to like the actual death warp.
Like, oh, you're supposed to be there. Oh no.
It's I haven't actually seen joysticks in game. I tested everyone else. This is like
I was
so
gonna say,
silly.
these are sick. These are super sick.
Yeah, this is awesome.
I think it fits .exe too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be doing kind of the same strat that I tried to do earlier, but instead of 10 tricks, it's 50 tricks. So just getting a little bit, trying to get storage there. It doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah.
But I do have a mission here, and my mission is not actually that bad.
Swag out.
Other than swag out, yeah.
You have 2 missions.
I have 2 missions, yeah. So I have to get up here with a rail zip because ball has
Nice.
4 layers. I'm on the 3rd one, and then I can
Yes.
get up here to be on the 4th. I need to make sure I have the tricks going in here. So when I get underneath here, I could just get this collectible, which is really out of the way,
For real.
and then end on that.
Big candy. One of the best sprays. One of the
Big
best
candy.
mediums.
I'm gonna try again to get zip storage. It's not a big deal if I miss it because there's a collectible right here. Yep. So now
Nice.
I can, because I got that, I can go up here. I did not even line that up at all. That was scary.
That was awesome.
And then should
Yep. A little bit of a fish gap there. Usually
Yep.
you're supposed to like grind on the fish rails and go through the middle and everything, but if you just skip everything and go right to the end trigger, it just completely skips it.
yeah, I don't usually have to do it in Movement Plus because there's like alternatives.
Yeah.
But it was like I was in the weird spot, so I just did that instead.
Yeah.
And I have zip storage for. Oh, I meant to get up on the next level. It's fine. I can use the zip storage to get from this challenge to the next one. Actually,
Yep.
this challenge is to score 100k points, which isn't actually that bad. If you've noticed, there's a lot of hard corners. That's something Movement Plus kind of changed.
Oh yeah.
I can just get a bunch of hard corners there, and then just do like a boost trick.
Yeah, I completely
And then I'm fine.
slipped my mind that I forgot that Movement Plus added a bunch of hard corners to rails.
It's not even that they added hard corners. It's based on your speed, actually.
Oh, okay.
It's based on your speed in the sense that if you, how do I put this in a way that's like accurate? If you're going fast enough and you're leaning enough into like the curve, it'll count as a hard corner.
Okay,
I also
okay.
have to lock in here. This is a little difficult.
Yeah.
'cause I'm
Oh yeah,
so
this
fast.
is the hardest challenge.
Yeah. I missed 2. Hopefully,
I think you
counts
got
really
it.
close.
See it.
No, I have to.
Oh, you have to go back.
Yeah, that is like
Okay.
the hardest challenge because there's like triggers like where all of like the boost capsules are, and on like these boost floors, you move way faster in Movement Plus than you do in vanilla. It is like not even like comparable. Like I'm able to like hit off of like the walls in Pyramid to like go up levels on those.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
you can just get an insane amount of speed on the slide pad.
that was close.
This seems kind of like an extreme response for someone who's just kind of spraying paint in the mall. I don't know.
Yeah, so
Gotta agree.
I would look away if I were you for like the next like 30 seconds or so.
Whoa, dude,
Wait,
dude.
Gulp.
Oh, no.
Dude, how do you think the taxpayers in New Amsterdam feel about this?
Hopefully not good.
Yeah,
I wouldn't feel good either.
yeah, like this guy's like 19. Like,
Yeah. Like this is where my tax dollars are going?
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, if I were in New Amsterdam, I would care a lot more about my tax dollars going to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick/subscribe.
Very true.
That is so true. Now you doing my job for me.
I was
the money
giving you
that
the layup
GDQ gets from-
because there's not a lot going on here.
The money that GDQ gets from bits and subs helps to pay for these awesome hotfix shows we put on.
And also air
If
conditioning.
you're watching this right now,
It's
you
the
should
summer.
hit the,
Dude, you're doing my
you
job
should hit
for
the
me.
follow button. You should hit the bell. You should subscribe and donate.
Exactly. That you took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna say exactly that.
Oh,
So
and
yeah,
Finish each other's sandwiches. Yeah.
our sandwiches. Yeah. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure you consider subscribing for exclusive emotes, ad-free viewing, access to the chat during replays, all that cool, awesome stuff. You can also always support the stream by sharing the Games Done Quick channel with your friends, because I know we all have friends, and I love my friends that I'm hanging out with right now. So
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually want that Prime sub Mike's way.
Oh no, do not.
We can't-
you're
don't
done.
even- we can't-
You're done, buddy. You're done.
We can't be doing this.
Yeah, so
I can't lie though.
in
I
the
am
crew
really
battle,
hungry right now.
I really haven't eaten today, so I'm like pretty hungry as well.
Yeah, no, I could definitely tear up some Jersey Mike's right now.
Yeah.
So lore for people in chat, I got home from work like 2 minutes before I joined the Discord call. So there's probably been pizza ready that my lovely fiance put in the oven probably for like a half an hour, and I'm gonna go ham on some pizza.
Well, do you go do you go
Yummers.
pineapple on some pizza? Is the real question.
Pineapple on pizza is acceptable, and anyone who says that it's not needs to open their mind, you know?
Yeah, chat, I'd like to know your opinions on pizza. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no? And if not pineapple, then what on your pizza?
Pineapple pizza is good.
Anchovies.
Okay, this is rage bait. That's rage bait.
it might be. I don't know.
W rage bit, W rage bit.
I know someone out there likes it.
I'm partial to a pepperoni or a sausage. Yeah, one meat. Get
had-
some onions.
I had brisket on pizza like 2 days ago, and it was pretty yummy.
Oh, that sounds
Damn.
awesome.
That
Yeah,
sounds
so
so
You're like
good.
just dressed up.
It was nice.
Me personally, I like a little pepperoni, a little black olive action.
Oh, black olives,
It's
yeah.
unique, but I kind of rock with it crazy stuff.
I don't have a lot of time to do this.
Oh, yeah, you're getting zip storage. Oh my goodness.
I believe you.
You got it, you got it. This is usually how crew battle goes anyways.
No.
Oh no. It's okay, you still have time.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, nice. Yeah, no, you got it.
So
The
clutch.
buzzer beater.
That was clutch.
No, you got it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I have a question for chat right now. Are the fins damp?
Whoa.
I think
Have the fins been damp
Actually,
lately?
before we go there,
Is there a secret thing back here? Oh my god,
The
there
fins are
is.
fish.
I've never seen that in my life.
Are there fins damp?
Knowers
we
know.
gotta know.
Have the fins been damp lately?
This is important. Are they damp?
I
Are they
think-
damp?
Are they damp?
Chat. We've
Me
got
personally, I
quite
almost say
damn, I
yes.
think.
I want to say yes.
I
think the options
want to
are
say
yes
yes
and
because
nah.
I'm having a good time, but also like
The fins. I
They've
feel
been
like the
damp.
fins have been damp. Chat.
No, I think they are.
I'm seeing fins are dry.
Whoa.
You know, we can do both.
Damp
We're pretty
lately?
split right now. We can do both.
Wait,
That's great.
Okay.
fins are dry? No way.
Okay. I'll do the fins are dry.
Do an awe.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna-
Oh,
Dude, this is exactly how it
buddy.
feels when someone asks if my fins
Oh.
are damp. I hate everything.
Oh, okay.
The fish said the fishes love my mustache.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing something that I
Yes.
don't like, and I'm
Oh, this weird. This weird.
Yeah,
This thing.
Nightmare 3.
Yep.
We're gonna.
Oh,
yeah,
what?
Interesting.
I just mixed.
Yeah. Still got your zip
Right.
storage.
Yeah.
But yeah, the way that this one works is you have zip storage, so you just slam up against the billboard and you press A, and then we're trying to ricochet off a ramp and then skip half the stage.
Oh, I had no
Interesting.
speed there. I'm gonna just
Yeah, maybe try
go back
again.
this way. It should be fine. Yeah.
I think,
okay.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
I was a little
Yeah, I
far
think-
out, but I was scared.
Yeah.
I wonder what the Team Reptile canon answer is for that fish.
I also am curious.
I'm gonna put this on again.
All right. Yeah.
There we go. Ooh, I
So
pushed
weird.
I pushed the manual button a little early.
Mm-hmm.
When you do zips, you usually want to push the manual button, but in Movement Plus, you fast fall actually.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just won't make gaps. It could be a little weird. This is one of the. It's not even that difficult. It's just really finicky.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Yep. And then we're gonna hit this right here. And we're gonna go all the way to the end of the dream.
Almost all the way.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna do a cool backup though.
Yeah. So there's actually a way to do this on vanilla that it requires a safe quit, and I don't really want to do that. So there's actually a backup that's really challenging. I need more speed than that. Where I go around an invisible wall. And I barely missed
almost.
that.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
Yeah, and I'm back here, which sucks,
Dang.
but I really went for it. Yeah, it's really challenging, but you can get onto that rail barely, and then get to the end. Oh yeah, I was gonna avoid the cutscene, and I remembered that I can't actually zip through walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have to just do this cop sequence, which, again, this is a dream. Like, Red is a robot. This is what he's dreaming.
Right. Yeah. His
It's somewhat
subconscious-
terrible for him. If this is what a robot is dreaming of, like if a robot
Right.
is dreaming of like the police, I'm like so sorry.
Nice, clean top fight.
Yep, and I do want to say, because we are getting to that point, there's a little bit of energy drop, but I'm going to hand it off to you. We are about ready for a what's it called? A wellness break. That's what it is. Yeah.
There you go.
So I'm going to do the spray. We can let this cutscene play out while you talk about that.
Yeah, y'all, we are going to take a little bit of a break, a wellness break. So we're going to take this time to hydrate, to use the restroom, to stretch, to get a sweet treat. I love a sweet treat. I'm so hungry right now, I can't lie. Go for a little walkie poo, stretch your limbs and all that, and clear your mind and your heart. And we're going to be back with more Hidden Heroes after this break.
Hey. All clear. Overload. Too much information. I can't handle this. Gotta turn it up to be unreachable. Buy some time for what it's worth. It's really on you to decide. You own a key to queendom. Music can make time stand still.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Hidden Heroes, of course the show where we showcase marginalized communities and the games that they're passionate about. We are in the middle of this episode where we are working on taking down the man, and whatever that means. We are going to resume the gameplay here for this bomb Rush Cyberfunk randomizer with Limey and company. And so yeah, go ahead and let everyone count it back down.
Yeah, actually, Anarchy, would you like to count back down?
Maybe, I think I would actually. So we're going to go 3, 2, 52, 0, go.
Wait.
Oh, wait. How did you know?
Oh, I get to place Yo-Yo. Hold on.
Ooh.
I didn't know I got to place Yo-Yo. Yeah, if you missed anything, I got this check. I can just do these sprays. If you missed anything from that cutscene, basically, I didn't show the exact scene because this game shows quite a lot of. Basically, our main guy got shot in the head by the so-called man, and
No, B.
yeah,
From Bomb Rush Cyberfunk.
yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah.
In my mind, I was going to Matan, but I already
I was
This
gonna say
is
you opened
chapter,
the
Actually,
game.
you don't-
chapter
you don't-
4,
you don't
not chapter
actually-
1.
Yeah,
You're you're not actually playing as
Whoa.
Beat because Beat's the princess.
right.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
I
Okay,
see,
right.
I see that. But I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah.
Going to
so
Matan, or going to Pyramid.
yeah. So in that cutscene, there is a member of .exe laying on the floor, with a bunch of guys with guns around him. You can probably place what happened. Same thing happened to our boy Beat. Unfortunately, not the first time that happened to Beat. It is wild that
Yeah, crazy.
this happened twice, but like whatever.
If Dr. Doofenshmirtz had a nickel, etc., etc.
Yeah. I should have went to Baton. I'm gonna go through Baton.
Okay, yeah. Why not?
Yeah, going through Baton is just better. I'm being a silly goose, I think.
No way you go for Matansip to Square.
I will not do that.
That's
Well, hold on. Should I?
for the fans.
Do I know how to do it?
I think you know how
For
to
the
do it.
fans.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, well, you could still maybe.
I'll just try it again. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. I was gonna say I forgot that you could just like completely get back up
Yeah.
here.
Okay, I'll try this again. Ah, barely missed.
You know how to do it. That was so close.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if I knew how to do it. Like,
Honestly,
it is really
I'll count
difficult. Okay,
That counts.
it counts for how washed I am and how little I play vanilla. So, did I already get these? I got these.
You did, yeah.
What didn't I get? Oh, I have a mini map. Oh, I forgot I have a mini map. This is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
Oh,
Bottom left.
yeah. I will just go up here because I know I was forgetting some. I just didn't remember which segment of the map I was forgetting.
Right. Yeah. Gold Rush and
Yeah.
I think it's Pora.
Yeah, it's Pora.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Swear
usually,
that- yeah.
when I go up to DJ Cyber and then not do, actually, might as well do the score battle. Just
You could.
just
Yeah.
in case.
It's a quick million.
Yeah.
Not that bad.
Yeah, usually when I go up here, I just take that back way, which I did.
Right.
But I can just go this way since I'm like on the roof already. The hardest
up
part of
top.
getting up here is just getting on the roof.
Nice.
Oh,
That was cool.
I cannot
24
believe that.
rep.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's awesome.
Crazy zip. Awesome.
I am happy that I got that so I can do this to get over there. I have to like click.
I saw the
I have to
vision.
like click it at the right time, like to fastball. It's like really difficult. Please. Okay, cool. Yeah, the main way you score is boost tricks, which I think I mentioned before, but it's
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
there's actually like a lot of mechanics to scoring, and it's really silly.
Yeah, like for instance, like boost tricks can get stale after a while. So like, or like after a while, like so like you can do a boost trick with like X, Y, and B, but if you keep spamming them over and over again, you won't get as much score. So you have to like get off the rail, do a boost trick to like reset it, and then get back on the rail, and then they're no longer considered stale, so you'll get more points.
Yeah. You could also do these things, and I do want to mention this because it is Pride Month. You can do these things called LGBTs.
Yes,
That is so awesome.
it's super
Yeah, which
cool.
are-
You got big tricks, is what it stands for.
Something like that. What is it even? Like lodged grounded boost tricks or something?
Yeah, it's something like that. I can't remember the full terminology, but yeah,
Doing them in moving plus
it's
is
something
really,
like
really
that.
difficult. I don't know. I'm just going in the same loop
Yeah.
over and over again. I have enough multiplayer to just like do this over and over again.
I was gonna say, you got it.
Shine winner. Okay,
Nice.
that was so worth it.
Oh, absolutely worth it.
Actually, I have storage. I can just do it like this to get over there.
I see it. Ooh, ooh.
July 20th,
Yeah.
by the way.
July 20th. What day is it?
Today's actually July 20th.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
yeah. So,
Right.
oh wait, I waited way too long. Hold on. Is that? I'm probably fine.
I was gonna say just send it. I think you're good.
Yeah.
If you're watching the YouTube VOD, comment right now if today is July 20th.
okay.
I'm glad that still worked.
Ness, would you like to explain what just happened there?
Yeah. So the way that dock works is the like death like point for that is Pyramid Island, and so typically you're supposed to have ferries there and everything, but there's a whole like fetch quest with the Franks that we just completely skip because the death warp is set over on Pyramid Island. So by jumping off the dock, it spawns us over at our next chapter location, which is Pyramid.
They didn't think to put a spawn point there because why the heck would you die there?
Right. Super weird, but yeah, nevertheless, here we are in Pyramid.
Big polo.
Big polos.
Yeah, actually, so there's a setting for like polo sanity where it makes taking a picture of all of the polos like a check, which is pretty fun. But
yes. Also a subcategory
that
as well.
room in particular.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Also a subcategory as well, all polo pictures, which is around
it's a
like
good one.
20-ish minutes.
Yeah. What is this? Bomb burner. Okay, I did not.
Ooh.
I didn't see it. It like caught me off
Yeah.
guard. It's a good one. I just didn't know I had it.
Right.
Oh yeah, I can just go up here. Yeah, when you go into that room and you take a picture of like those 4 polos, the noise is just so loud.
Yeah, it's like you get like a normal chime whenever you take like a picture of one and it's like doo-doo or whatever. But when it's like all 4 of them stacked on top, it's like the same noise.
It
Just
like starts clipping in the game.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
It's super
also
awesome.
Here, usually I get this
Agua.
after I get the other one, but because of the fact that I already got that collectible, I don't remember what that is. I'm just not going to do that, so I can route it differently. Yeah, one reason why I like Rando a lot in this game is because it's almost like bingo, but like really long.
Yeah.
And this game's bingo, like I said before, is really good.
Yeah, very
it's
intricate.
super fast paced, and there's just a lot to do that's like super strategy focused as opposed to just like mechanics focused. Because there are times where a player who is like worse mechanically can just like out strategize someone who's really good with no strategy.
Yeah, we got the strategy.
And
We heard in that
super
the song
cool.
earlier.
Oh yeah. That's also one of them.
Big city life is so cool. I wish grind was real.
So real.
So where am I? Okay, so I can just do
Yeah, I gotta activate the trigger
this.
over here.
Yeah. I will take this time to just spray these. And then, yeah, so I'm going to spray these so I don't have to worry about spraying them in like the score battle. And then I can just start the score battle and then just get the multiplier. Then
And then just go
do I know how to do
bananas.
forklift certification on Moving Plus? You can find out.
I was
You
gonna say, I
know
guess
how
we're
to
gonna
do
find out.
what?
Don't worry about it.
Forklift certification. It's this cute little zip we're gonna do right here. Oh
Right.
gosh. Yeah, getting on top of this billboard is super strange.
It's also really difficult just on Moving Plus in general because
Right.
you have so much more speed. So, and if I get up at this point, actually, I'm just gonna start this over. 'Cause even
Yeah.
if I get up at this point, then it's gonna be
It's gonna be really close or like
yeah. So I'm just gonna try this out. It should be fine.
yes.
Oh, I need to pause.
Oh
it.
yeah, the pause.
Yeah. I'm gonna do this once,
right.
and then if I mess this up, then I'm gonna take the stairs. Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, like I said, getting up there is just like really difficult.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the stairs and do the other zip, and I can just get a
Nice.
bunch of sprays and collectibles. Oh, I can do this one actually. This one's gonna be easier for me to do.
This actually works out because taking the stairs is what, like the safer thing to do in the event of a fire, and this rando's been pretty fire so far. Not gonna lie. So
Ooh,
I get it.
You're right.
You tell him.
Oh.
Yep.
You know what?
Unfortunate
I'm just
flammer
gonna
there.
do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, safe quitting lets me start the score battle over without having to without me have to like wait for the whole thing.
Yeah. This is also something you can do in the any percent run if something goes catastrophically wrong with the zip.
Which
but
happens.
Yeah, at that point, At that point, I would just reset, but
Well, you're a top player, so
oh no.
not all of us would be resetting there.
Dang.
You can actually zip off of both sides of this billboard. I've zipped off the other side earlier.
Yeah.
I'm just going up too far. There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Boing.
And then
Yeah, the collision in Pyramid is super funny.
Yeah.
If you run into the yellow like pylon edges with enough speed, they just kind of shoot you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be like you unlock higher levels of Pyramid Island as you like do more of the story, but you can use the geometry of the stage against itself to just
I don't have enough
come
time
up here.
Yeah. Oh, you need some score.
I'm fine.
You got it.
Ooh, I'm not fine.
Oh,
Usually I have like a little bit more molt, so I'm not fine. It's fine. If I had
thought
like
you
2
were-
more seconds, I would have like gotten it.
yeah, no, that would have been it.
Yeah. I always route SB1 in this terribly.
Yeah.
Just because like
SB1, yeah.
I
being score
know
battle
how
one.
to do it, but
Yeah. Yeah, the Pyramid is like sectioned off in like score battle 1 and then score battle 2 because we try to do like everything in both score battles to save like the most amount of time.
yeah. The routes for any percent generally are do the bare minimum before score battle 1 and then do a bunch of stuff in score battle 1. Do almost nothing until score battle 2. And then do a bunch of stuff in score battle 2 and then you're done on rep for the rest of
Yeah,
the
you're done
level.
with Pyramid at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was trying to do the same thing but with like my checks, which is not recommended.
That's okay.
It is just pretty difficult. I don't have enough time to do those robot posts, so I'm just giving up.
Yeah, that's okay. There'll be time to go back and get those checks.
Yeah. It's like 2. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I will go into maze. I'm like thinking about it. I should probably go into maze.
Yeah.
Oh,
There is.
is that
yeah,
enough?
there's.
It's probably fine.
Yeah, you've got the outfit in maze, and then I don't know.
I have
think
some
that's
sprays,
it.
but I don't have to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
I like in the cutscenes all the paint, the boost is just still pouring out of the vending machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually don't even have to worry about doing this race because
Right.
on Movement Plus they just don't know how to behave. So
Yeah, so it's clear, easy. Yeah, I saw you set up
NPCs
the
will
death
unlock
for
Movement
it.
Plus and forget how to behave. It's crazy.
I'm gonna be going for a trick similar to the last one in Pyramid, but with less cops. Oh, I got it. There we go. I hope I got it.
Nice. I think you got everyone.
Yeah, cool. That is
Wow.
really difficult.
Jackie. That's the Jackie, right?
I think is it the Carson?
It's Carson.
Yeah, the Carson.
It's the
yeah.
Carson and the
It's
Super
Carson.
Carson.
Sorry.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Super
Super
Carson.
I
Yes.
I forget there's too many people play this game.
The lore.
But more people should
Yes.
play this game because the game rules.
Absolutely.
I'm inclined to agree.
Yeah. Shout out to Carson and also Jackie.
Yeah, big Jackie fan. Jackie actually
What about
played
Super Carson?
in, despite being like a BRC old head, which is like weird to say when like the game is like a year and a half old or something.
Yeah, not that old.
Right.
Yeah. Despite being around for then, did participate in like the inaugural like bingo season, which was like super cool.
Yeah, super sweet.
Not to be confused with the characters in this game, the old heads.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Because I know a lot
A
of people,
strat
a lot of
here,
knowers
which
in chat are going to be
sucks.
really confused about that. This
my
you have so
goodness.
much speed. Oh
That
my
was
goodness.
insane.
Yeah, it's really difficult to do that, and you like barely have enough. You barely have enough speed. If you line it up better, you can hit off of the edge and go all the way to the top. Actually, it's just something to have like in the like randomizer like toolkit.
Right. I was gonna say that looked super cool.
Yeah. And then you want to have the death warp up here after this, right?
Yeah, if you just want to set up like
Yeah,
right
I'll
there,
just-
yeah. Yeah. I think that does it.
I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
want to
it's
set up
hard
the
to keep a death warp
there.
through here, especially because I do have some checks planned in this next segment. So Devil Theory, their thing is they like call the cops on you, which is like lame.
Yeah,
Like you're a
super
gang,
lame.
like get real. I need to turn around.
Mom says my turn on the Xbox type of gang.
Yeah.
Nice.
I guess, have we talked about how death warps work, by the way?
I don't think
I've
so.
like
Yeah.
kept a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So something you might have noticed is when your spawn point when you die is except in the like when we skip the fetch quest to get to Pyramid Island in the first place. But normally, like where if you stand still or just like stand on the ground for long enough, your spawn point when you die or void out or whatever is set to where you were standing. So if you can like keep a combo going for a long time and you start like say for example you start a combo at the top of the pyramid and then keep your combo going all the way like to the bottom and keep jumping and stuff like this, you can like die on purpose to warp back up to the top, death warp if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then why I was trying to do that then in particular was because in this
what?
Oh no.
Whoa. Yeah, you just like phased through that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Whenever you get that collectible, they like call the cops on you and it's really annoying and there's like a long fight. But in this segment, they can't call the cops on you. So I can go in there and get it without having to like do the fight.
Yeah, you don't deal with the cutscene.
Yeah. So I need to make sure that I don't touch the ground because that's bad.
Yep. You gotta throw ourselves off here.
Yeah.
Then we should be up by where they're posted up at.
Barely not.
Oh, looks like we lost it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, getting back up there shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, it's not like that bad because I can just do the same thing. I don't even need as much height. So. Yep.
So cool.
I'm gonna do this because there's a couple of sprays I can get while I'm going up.
Yeah.
Routing genius over here.
On the fly.
Also, Anarchy, I saw you said in chat. Don't say unfortunately.
What? I didn't say anything. What are you talking about?
I think it looks funny. I think it adds a sense of whimsy.
It is kind of funny just to see him walking.
I didn't say a word.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you gotta get the outfit. Yep. Flesh Prince.
Yes!
The best character in the game?
Sure. He's quirky. I'll say that. He's quirky.
Short King, Flesh Prince.
Yeah. I can actually get a bunch of hardcores on that, and then just go up. And if I am smart with my speed,
Yeah, there we go.
yep. And
Oh,
I
yeah, don't
get
forget to
guess
grab
what
the
should do this.
taxi. Yep.
Yep.
Unlock Flesh Prince in the post game, and the bit is like his model, like he's with the Franks who are a bunch of like basketball players, and he's just like really short, and he's the leader of their gang, and you unlock him, and he's still just his model is just like
He's tiny.
like 2/3 the size of the other characters. It's really funny.
He is not a hooper.
He's a Monksy Bogues type. Knowers know.
For sure.
Also, just want to mention, you're not supposed to have this much multiplier through here, but I do. So I know where to get like hit off of to like have a bunch of multiplier, and we're already done. So what I'll do is I'll take this time to get some checks. Actually, I can just do this and then be fine. Yeah, this is just again score battle, so it's a bit of an auto scroller. Oh, that is really difficult.
Yeah. The dumpster.
I already got the dumpster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the thing that made me lose the thing.
The
last
score
time.
battle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm just making sure. Prop jump?
How much do I even have? I have most of it.
Yeah.
I should come back here after, like in chapter 5, so I could. Oh, this. I can get up there. It's fine.
Yeah, I think with all the baton checks, because I think you only did like a few when you went over there. I think we should be cooking.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Speaking of cooking, I'm still hungry.
Real.
During our break, I had like half of a slice of pizza. I'm so ready for because I like going fast. Two, because I'm ready to devour the rest of this pizza. I'm so ready for this.
Right.
For the end of this run.
You low-key should share with me. I can't lie, I'm hungry for pizza, and also I think I'm hungry for prizes for Summer Games on Quick 2025. The prize submissions for SGDQ 2025 are still open, so if you visit gamesdonquick.com, you can find out more info about the prize submissions. And I think that also I am hungry for YouTube VODs, so you can catch up on past Hotfix shows, special events, and GDQ marathons over at youtube.com/gamesdonquick. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay up to date with GDQ.
Nice.
You sound like you're having the worst time ever. Actually,
gonna say, what
letting me
happened?
jump. I have the death warp, and I think it's because I activated the cutscene at like the perfect time to just like soft lock me.
Oh no.
And I don't have my death warp. Actually,
Yeah, we were not.
I'm just gonna
go mode.
I'm gonna just go over here and have some
Yeah.
whimsical time.
well, that just happened.
Time for uppies.
That was
Yeah,
a W segue,
absolutely.
by the way. I was holding up my pizza to the mic. I hope you smelled it.
Oh, I did. I just floated out of my chair.
I was just about to say that.
I'm so hungry.
Oh, we're going to maze. Oh no.
Yeah, so there's a area.
Yeah,
you're
there it
supposed to
is.
get to later. It always pops in. I'm like always scared.
Yeah, it's like it'll never render in. It's just
Yeah.
like, where is it?
Do I go over there?
This is
Or
like-
is it like
There's like
You go
loads
to the
of back
left.
here.
yeah?
You have to go to the one like out. Yeah. Right there. Yes.
Like
Oh gosh. You know what? Actually, I'm lost.
I'm pretty sure it's this way, but I don't know.
I think you're right. I think you're right. Oh man.
Oh yeah, it's over here. It's over here.
Like I said, I'm washed. I don't know.
I barely know. Yeah, it's,
Oh,
Right.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
No,
We
no,
did it, we
you
did
got it. You got it. Yeah. Now we're gonna do a prop jump to get up here.
Wow, this is a
oh, it's too far.
Or
Okay.
this is a pretty great maze, if I say so myself.
nice.
That is
And then
pretty difficult to get to. Plus, stopping yourself on Movement Plus is,
yeah,
like I
very
say,
hard.
very difficult. So I can just
Yes.
that
There's
took a second.
BMX
Whoa.
gum too.
Yeah, it wasn't even anything that mattered, but it's okay.
That's okay. We would have never known. It's good to
Yeah.
check.
One time there was a 48 rep there, and now I just never don't check it.
I was gonna, yeah, live in paranoia.
48 right. Oh my goodness. Oh my good heavens.
Ugh.
If I knew how to count, I'd be so impressed right now.
Right.
Seems like a big number.
It's,
I don't
it's
know.
at least like 2 or 3. Like I want to say.
I was gonna say earlier is like you've got like 4 digits of speed stored, and usually when I drive drive in my car, I only have like 2 digits
Yeah,
of speed.
I think if you were 4 digits in your car, that'd be like a crime.
Maybe.
I'd have the cops on me like Pete does in this game.
Yeah, but we're fighting off the
Maybe.
man in this game, whatever that
yeah,
means.
we're fighting off DJ Cyber right now.
What does that mean? Anyway,
Whatever that means.
Whatever this is.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
whatever the spider
Whatever
thing
that
is.
Well, DJ
Whatever
Cyber isn't the
this
man in
dude
this
is.
case. He's like our friend, but we don't know that yet.
True.
a
Okay,
homie.
right. We like Frigor. It's chill.
We're gonna do a little bit of tech here too.
He's also got the coolest.
Oh no!
He's got the coolest skin in this game.
Uh-oh.
oh dear.
On the low. On the low.
On the
Hear me
low.
out, right?
Yeah.
We ran
Typically,
out.
you're able to get like a really quick first hit, and then we do like a pause buffer to make sure that he doesn't go anywhere. It's a little tricky sometimes. Oh yeah, get it. The pause.
Okay, you know what I think it is actually? I have a plugin that loads the game faster. I think it's just that.
It might be.
Oh,
It's okay, we can catch up to
Yeah,
him and still
I
do
can
the
just
pause
do
buffer.
this. Yeah, because
Nice.
I can still do the pause, and then when I land,
but does it work on like any slope?
you can like stun lock him, kind of.
Yeah, just
It's just
Anywhere.
a little bit more difficult.
yeah. When he gets away
Normally,
from
I
you,
see
he really
it
goes.
on the one right at the start of the
Yeah.
fight because that's where he is at the start of the fight.
Yeah. Oh boy, it's time for
no.
baseball. Everyone, grab your hot dogs, grab
Nessie
your
P,
peanuts.
you have some stuff to explain.
Yeah.
It's Cedric
okay.
Mullins again.
So this is chapter 4. This is baseball. We use this windmill to basically skip the entire dream sequence. It's kind of precise on controller. It's like all about timing. There's a keyboard setup. There's a controller setup.
I only know
None
the
of them
keyboard
are-
setup, but I'm doing the controller setup because I learned that. Today,
There's
kind
talk
of.
about consistency and whatever. It feels random at times. So we're just gonna see if we can do it here, and
Ooh, that
Okay,
was
a little bit of
that was a
Okay.
fly ball. That was a fly ball. It's okay.
We can go back. Oh no.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Let's try that one again.
Yeah, that was, unfortunately that was a strike fly ball in parentheses. If you're
Yes,
if you're scoring this
It's
game,
okay. We still got. Yeah, we got more. We got more. But yeah, in
Yeah.
normal any percent, we get hit with the thing, and then we go and we like vault off of a vent, and then we go all the way to the end. And it's very tricky, very hard. Hardest trick in the game. Let's see it.
okay,
A little bit.
one more strike.
You-
One more strike.
Hopefully, you see the vision though.
Yeah, hopefully at the very least I can like walk, but oh whoops. That was definitely like a ball. So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, that was also a ball. Okay.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
It's 2-3. It's 2-3.
It's 2-3.
The bases are loaded.
Okay, so this is gonna grand slam right now, right?
I was gonna say this
Surely.
could be the grand slam we need.
Okay. I mean, honestly,
Okay.
pretty good. I think you're gonna. Oh,
Okay.
okay. Okay. Wait. Okay, that's like a single. That's pretty good. Oh my gosh.
No! Checkpoint, right? Checkpoint? Okay, cool. That's
Checkpoint.
fine,
Yeah,
that's
we're
fine.
good. Honestly,
Checkpoint.
that's
That's
good.
like a
We
single.
consider that
Okay.
in BRC terms first base. We're
I
good.
thought that was a double.
Double? I'm sure.
Because I thought
Yeah, I thought you were going to be
thought
able to
over
like that
there
out into a double.
was a single, and over here is a double.
I honestly
and then over
forget.
here is a triple. I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is a triple right here.
Yeah.
Then like
Yeah.
a grand slam is all the way to the very, very end. But honestly, still impressive nonetheless.
Honestly,
it's
a
a
base
very
hit.
hard trick.
I learned that minutes before we went live. I'm not joking.
Honestly,
Okay, right.
we were trying to figure it out. We were like, oh, earlier or like later? I don't know. But we
so
got
bad.
it. Awesome, and that's Dream 4. That's the oh no, you're
we
gonna have
have
to
to do the
play
last
Dream
one, yeah.
5. Yeah, that's right. I always forget in randomizer because in any percent we just straight up skip chapter 5 basically.
Yep. So
What's up, dog?
hopefully it should be fine.
What is up, dog?
I've not been getting as much rep as I have been in the earlier chapters, so
Right. Hopefully,
hopefully everything's fine.
yeah. Fingers crossed. It's for the most part all in Matan.
Yeah. I'm like trying to think. Did I did get Teddy 4 because I went over there. Did I go over there?
I don't think you did. I don't think you got Teddy 4.
Okay.
I think I would have remembered. Teddy 4 is
Oh.
like one of my favorite.
then I didn't go over
minions.
here yet,
Oh, and
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm rushing right now. I'm terrified.
Old head.
I thought this guy was Tetris the way he's rushing right now.
Whoa.
That is wild. I like rock with it though. That is crazy.
It took me a second. I'm gonna be so for real. Oh, please. Okay, you know what? Whatever.
My jokes are for me and me only.
Awesome. Incline skates.
I'm not getting any rep. Please rep.
I'm calling it now. Voodoo Boy is gonna be like 24. I'm
Yeah,
holding
so
my
for
breath.
reference, I need 1,000 rep to beat the game, and I'm close. Ooh, 16.
Ooh, 16?
What's 16?
Voodoo Boy?
Oh,
Okay, never mind. I lied.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Can you do me a favor and in the text client hit 48 rep?
Yeah, hit 48 reps.
Yeah, just in case.
Okay, tag. Oh, wait, no. Okay. Matan Deep City Robo Post CD is one of those. And then Brink Terminal Mesh joins the crew.
Mesh.
Yeah, Mesh.
I did not start Mesh.
No, I know. I thought about bringing it up, but I was like, you know what? I think we'll be fine.
It's almost always fine.
It almost is.
But
I mean,
so I
that
can
also-
just get the post here. It's fine.
Right. I was gonna say the Deep City Robo Post should be a good amount, and who knows? Maybe Motorcycle Gang will be a bunch. Okay.
Okay. I think we need to stop talking about it.
Yeah, you're
It'll
right.
be
You're
okay.
right. It'll just come
Yeah.
naturally. We're fine. We're
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. That was scary. And then I can get this. Oh.
I didn't know you could get up there like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's usually how I do it.
Nice.
Oh, I have JD Villa.
Oh my gosh. I don't remember when you got JD Villa. I
I
feel like I
also
would have
don't.
made a bigger deal.
Yeah, JD Villa is the main one that we use in the run. It is like the one of the like collectibles that we get.
Right. Because when you enter an area and you do graffiti, if you keep doing the same graffiti, it doesn't give you boost. So when you do a new graffiti, you get more boost. So we like sprinkle in JD Villa in the run to get more
plus
boost.
it's one of the faster sprays to just do.
Yeah, it's just like a circle. Super easy. Ooh, some rep.
24, okay.
Okay.
There's also a couple collectibles. I'm gonna
and you have that.
I'm gonna just
48
keep my
here
Death
as
Warp,
well.
I think. Ooh, can I keep my Death Warp doing... I'm not sure if I can.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I honestly don't remember where you last stood.
It was like right there in front of the RoboQuest.
Ah, I think you got it. Ooh.
Okay, got that. This is a really hard movement string, and I'm trying to keep my Death Warp too. So
You got it.
We're locked in right now.
Okay.
Oh gosh,
That's just fast enough.
I think you got it. I don't think you set a warp there.
I think I didn't either. Yeah, so this is really difficult. This whole time I'm trying to just not stay off the ground, and I'm trying to get a bunch of collectibles and sprays.
I've been like holding my breath, and I'm not even holding control right now.
Right.
Yeah, my palms are sweaty. I'm shaking.
Yeah.
How do you think my palms feel? Okay,
I think like the
and
fins, they're
last
damp.
couple. I need to get this.
Laser accuracy.
And then I forgot to get that one spray, but it doesn't really matter because we're almost done. I'm going to try and extend this a little bit, which is nerve-wracking, but I will do my best.
I believe in you, Twin.
You got it. Eight rep. Coil.
I forgot he was there. I wasn't even looking at him to be so real.
He's a Viper.
I like coil
Too. He's
moves.
boogieing.
That's fair enough. I'm having a good time.
Okay, so I can do this.
There we go.
Yep. And then I can get up here. Again, keeping a Death Warp.
Oh my gosh. More
And
rep.
then after this,
16.
actually, I can't get that because the gas wall. I forgot.
Oh yeah, you're
Yep.
gonna go for the outfit. Nice.
Got it.
Very nice.
That was really hard. I was
Yeah.
sweating.
I'm surprised, but I'm so happy.
Yeah, so there's one behind me that I will get after this challenge. But that doesn't really matter. This challenge is just copying a line, which I'm getting wall ride frame boosts, which a little bit better. Who would have thought? So I'm just gonna be in the air so I can keep a Death Warp. Actually, no, I have to stop my combo. What? No way.
Oh,
Actually,
no way.
I can keep a combo through doing this. I can just warp
Yeah.
back.
Honestly surprised on what trigger like you missed there.
Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe I just went too fast through one. I don't really know.
Maybe.
Your swag was too different.
Right.
Nice. Oh my gosh.
32.
So I'm almost done. I just need
Yeah. You
I
think
need
that
very, very
RoboQuest-
little. I'm almost
I
done.
think that's it.
Yeah, we should be fine. I've solved my rep problem. I got almost.
Me when I hire a PR
I
firm.
almost got no rep through that entire through all of pyramid. Basically, I got like none.
Yeah. I was gonna say there's like hardly any checks in there. Like
Yeah,
hardly
I
any
got like
rep
a
checks.
good most of them.
Oh,
Okay, you know what? Sure.
whatever.
Yeah. Yep. So I need. Yeah. Okay. So I have the. Yeah. Should be fine. So I can get
Got
up
it.
on here and then start this challenge. I could not see Zero Beat. I was like looking for
Yeah.
Futurism and it just
Yeah.
wasn't there.
Just camouflaged in.
Yeah. Yeah, so in this score battle, I could just get a couple collectibles here. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. I'm actually like on the real. I'm like super surprised how little rep I got in Pyramid,
Right.
but I should be fine.
It should be fine.
I sure hope.
I'm getting a bunch of sprays. It's okay. Yeah. This was mentioned before, but I'm routing in a bunch of small sprays just because it saves time. Because if I don't have to actually do like the spray minigame, then it like obviously save that time. And it still counts towards the next 5 sprays. Surely this is enough time.
Shout outs to all the Hideki Naganuma music in this game.
Yeah, for
It's
real.
so good. I'm here.
The soundtrack is amazing.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, spiritual successor to the Jet Set franchise, which has a lot of music from Hideki Naganuma. He's got a few tracks in this game as well, and that's why it's really good. But not all the songs are by him, but the ones that are also really good, except for one.
Bangers.
Except for one.
Oh, so close.
I will just.
Chat, post your best dance emotes. I'm jamming out right now.
Okay.
Let me check if I have any dance
Line
emotes
skits.
right now.
Ness, would you like to do me a favor?
Yeah. No, I know where 48 rep is. You have
Oh
to do
yeah.
The robo post. Yeah.
the robo post.
You got it.
Yeah. I was thinking of only mesh. I was like,
Oh
Surely
yeah. There's no way.
yeah,
If it was just mesh, we would be in a predicament.
yeah. And then there was other side.
Yeah.
Please,
Nice.
please get
Oh,
counted. Okay, cool.
yeah, these longer robo posts are really tedious.
I know that there's an out of bounds to get there, but again, can't
Yeah,
really get out
same
of bounds
on.
in Moving Plus. So
Right. Fun little fact. I've
there's
got
one down here, right?
the robo post. No. Honestly, I can't remember. Oh, you have to turn back around. There's
Oh yeah, the one on the bridge.
Yeah. The one on the bridge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's another one up there by the billboard.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
On the.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got the robo post head, like the one that's right next to the counter right now. I've got that tattooed on my right arm. Super swag.
Super swag.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, and then we are about to be
We're about to be go mode.
go mode.
Oh gosh.
Go, my
That scared me.
That also scared me. I thought you were clearing it, and then I was like, wait.
Wait, it's
I had
back.
it all along.
Wait, is it back? No, it's not.
Yeah, it's back. It's back.
Okay.
We're so back, even.
I usually
That's what they've been saying.
would have just crossed without worrying about it, and then I messed up the crossing. So
Yes, and then
forgot.
this should be go mode. All right.
Who up going?
we are
Me.
almost done right there.
We're gonna be.
That would just
moving.
frame boost over.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
We are zooming.
yeah. You know how it is.
But yes. Let's go mode.
All right. Go mode.
Yeah, so there's still this auto-scroller of the
Yeah.
score battle, but it is not that bad. Yeah, there isn't a lot anarchy. If you
Yeah.
have anything else to share with the good people of twitch.tv/GDQ, feel free.
I sure do love sharing things. And speaking of sharing, if you are looking to get more involved with the GDQ community, you can, of course, join the official Games Done Quick Discord and add the Hotfix role, which will allow you to stay in the loop with more upcoming events. The role is called the Hotfix Enjoyers role. It is amazing. Me personally, I love keeping up to date with things that happen on Hotfix because there are a lot of things that happen and a lot of great shows and a lot of great games and people. So you can use that Discord to see what's going on in Hotfix, chat with staff, and more. So use !Discord in the Twitch chat for an invite and more information.
Yep, and
So we
still
were
50
we were talking about how the NPCs don't really know how to navigate with Movement Plus, and I saw you were right up against that Futurism crew member, and you were doing like kept your combo, and Futurism just kind of jumped off the edge.
yeah.
Yeah. So silly.
Level 1 noob versus level 100 boss kind of behavior right now.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Right.
I forgot to ask, did you turn off hands for
Yes,
this
I did.
randomizer? Okay, yeah, okay. Gotcha. Typically after this crew battle, there's like a whole segment after you fight foe, which is like the main guy. And like you have to spray a graffiti on one of the hands, and there's like 8 of them around this little arena. It's very tedious and very time consuming, but luckily with randomizer, we can just completely skip that part.
There's a way to clip in here. I don't know how to do it.
There
I
is,
know
yeah.
exists.
I think you have to be 30 frames per second.
Oh,
it's like a
I'm not doing
weird,
that.
yeah, super strange.
On my Nintendo Switch, this is no problem.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
yeah. and then this is
like muscle
Dream
memory the
Vibe.
first one.
Yeah. Whoa.
Please? Okay.
Where is he? All right. And yep, this is Dream 5. There's a little bit of skippage in this dream, but not like nothing too crazy.
Yeah. This is, for the most part, vanilla, even in Movement Plus, is because it's just super linear.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a way that is consistent and fun to
Yeah.
get enough speed to, like, skip those, like, to skip some of these.
Yeah. You could do a zip and try and go off the vent, but you're not going to get very high. And you also run the risk of just, eating it and going out of bounds. So
Yeah, it's over here. Yeah.
It's been so long since my first playthrough this game, and also I like exclusively watch like any percent where they skip the entirety of chapter 5, so I like have no recollection of the stream.
Yeah. Yeah, there's actually a trick. Would you like to talk about it? Yes.
Is it this zip coming up?
No, I meant I don't even know how to do the zip. The skip that skips like chapter 5, like at 80%.
Oh yeah. Oh, up dog. Okay, yeah. So
Wait, what's that?
what is up dog?
What's up dog?
Okay, so
What's up, dog?
so up dog.
What's up, dog?
Is the trick that we use in any percent just to completely skip chapter 5, like SSK mentioned. The trigger for the end of the game is just in an area that we can access with the zip. So like you kind of have to weave around some buildings and then you like shoot off the vent, similar fashion to like how baseball is done. And we go right up to the end trigger and it counts it as chapter 5 being done. And then we can go beat the final boss. So yeah, so we completely skipped chapter 5 and we missed this dream and we missed the whole Matan run. So pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
there's very,
stuff.
very, very, very little left to do. So it's just this
Yes.
fight, and then there's one more fight to do, which is
Yes,
big
the
and
final fight.
theatric. Before we finally fight the men.
Yes.
Ooh, I actually got back up.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have to wait for a cutscene, and then it's the exact same thing as a regular tank, except this guy who've never seen his head is in there for some reason.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Super weird. I don't like how. Ugh, how did he get?
Oh,
in
and
there?
that's 24 rep, really?
That's crazy. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah.
Right.
Go mode. Yo-Yo texted. That's the one. That's the one we were talking about earlier, where it's like, yo, you can come save me. I mean, if you want.
Yeah. and like he's like literally just like dangling above like the infinite abyss. Like actually.
Yeah. Just
It's like
hanging out.
no, it's not like a big deal.
Yo, you
like,
can come
if you want
save
to.
me.
Yeah.
Like if you're free today, like we can hang out. Like,
Yeah,
save
like
me.
if it's not too much trouble, I'm like Solace is he's claustrophobic, but he's also a masochist, so he like goes into tight spaces on purpose, and he's like, no, this is fine, I'm chill.
Yeah, we're good. Awesome. And then we're going to do foe right here. There is a quick way to, I don't know, is movement plus foe the same?
Ugh, ideally.
I was going to say, we'll see.
Yeah, so it's the same idea as like vanilla, where
Yeah.
what's happening?
Yeah,
fine.
he's going to, you should be able to still get on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but basically we have to spray all these hands. And they're going to blow up as soon as he stops attacking here in a second. Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay. I can't believe I got that.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult. I have to get around. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Am I missing one above? What?
Oh my gosh.
I cannot believe that. I
yeah.
can see if I'm missing one.
There's
missing
two at the
one.
very top.
Yeah, okay. I can just
Two at the
go
top,
that.
one at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
moving plus
foe,
foe, I insist,
yeah.
is a little harder.
I agree. I think foe, just in general, hard fight.
I was so close to those, and it just didn't
Yeah.
let me spray.
Lock it in, twin. Lock it in.
You got it.
Yep, and then it's just the
Nice.
one
Just
above
two
this.
more. Yep.
Or the two above this.
All right.
I'm not gonna get this one yet because
Oh.
it works out better to get this one.
Yeah, at the very end. If we save that one for the very last hand, the cutscene for the end of the fight starts to begin, and then we might be able to get a hit at the same time.
That's unfortunate.
It was like barely hitting the corner of the post and losing my speed, but
Yeah.
it shouldn't be that bad. This is just the last
It
one.
is very easy to just kind of fall off, which is where the infinite lives part of this game is very nice.
Yes. Awesome. And then I guess, you might have to wait
I
a
just have
second.
to wait for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
time's
Go mode.
coming up when I run into this guy. And time.
GG's.
GG's.
Yippee!
Yippee!
Hooray!
That's awesome.
We're so back.
Oh, the phone tector. And Yo-Yo.
It's really funny just Yo-Yo being there instead of Solus. It's,
Yeah, just
it's really
upset.
like getting me. But yeah,
Potts isn't even in the cutscene. That's awesome. Sorry.
it's so funny. But yeah, that was
That's awesome.
that was Bomb Rush
Oh my
Cyberfunk
goodness.
randomizer. I hope everyone enjoyed it. That was a good time, and other than the little bit of owners that we're getting with the checks that were a little unlucky, that was really fun. And if you enjoy watching me on, maybe you can come back on Saturday afternoon, because I'm doing Crystal Rando, and hopefully I get owned less than this. But you know how it is. The life of randomizers, all of that stuff. Also, again, if you're a fan of me, you can go to gdq.gg/hotfix. You can check out the schedule, because I co-host a hotfix show with Helix13 called the Parallel Universe, which is every other Friday night. It's the next one, because we used to be on the same week, Anarchy, right? And now we're not.
Yeah, now we're not.
Yeah. And you can also follow me at twitch.tv/limey_sr, or also limca.bsky.com. That's what it is. Yeah. That's all I have to plug. But if my lovely commentators would like to plug anything, feel free.
For sure. I'll go first. Like I said, I'm All Right Ness. You can find me over on Twitter at allrightness_, and then on Blue Sky I'm just All Right Ness, and then twitch.tv/allrightness as well. I do like variety stuff. I've been playing like White Knuckle recently. That game's in early development. Super cool, like climbing game. Doing Katamari reroll, no boost, any %. Hoping to learn that game a little bit more as well. Just kind of a variety of everything. So if you like me, or you want to go check that out, for sure follow me. And then I think that's all I have.
Swag. I've been SSK, or Seldom Seen Kid, for long. You can follow me on Twitch at Seldom Seen Kid. Follow me on Blue Sky at ssk61.bsky.social, or whatever the default Dan is. I've been I stream not super often. I've been learning Fire Emblem Awakening, and I'm going to be pointing my phone at my 3DS. So if that stream quality sounds appealing to you, come check me out. Stream starting soon. TM. Thank you so much to Limey and to Anarchy for having me on as comms. That's all I've got. Thanks a bunch. Keep it locked here. We've got some great Pipistrello with Lordy Bunnykins next. That's all that Anarchy do her job. But thanks again for having me. I hope everyone has a nice night.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Hidden Heroes. This is the Hotfix show where we aim to showcase speedrunners who are a part of marginalized or otherwise underrepresented communities in speedrunning and the games that they're passionate about and that they want to show off. My name is Anarchy, of course, and before we get back into it, I do want to shout out our SGDQ ambassadors who are doing an awesome job of starting the party before we get to SGDQ, which is only about 2 weeks away at this point. So make sure you watch our ambassadors who are fundraising for Doctors Without Borders all throughout the month of June, and make sure you can join each ambassador's community in the lead up to SGDQ and use !SGDQ ambassadors to check out the full schedule. You can do that in chat. And speaking of people who will be at SGDQ, I want to welcome onto the stage Lori D. Bunnykins, who has the honor of being the very first bonus game at SGDQ 2025 with Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. But until then, she's here with another game I know she's been looking forward to for quite a while. So here is Lori with Pipistrello and the Cursed Yoyo. Good luck, have fun.
Thank you. And yeah, hi everybody. Welcome to Pipistrello and the Cursed Yoyo. This game came out a couple weeks ago. I think about three at this point. So it's pretty new, but a lot has already happened. So much that it's a 45-minute category and I'm banning a certain glitch. This game is a lot of fun though. It is a yo-yo-vania, so it tries to harken to like Metroidvanias, but it's also very inspired by like top-down adventures like 2D Zelda. So, my name is Lori D. Bunnykins. I've been running the game pretty much the whole time, and I'm here with another person who's been also running it for a good chunk. Silver, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm MHF Silver, or just Silver. As mentioned, I am another runner of this game. I will be here providing commentary throughout the run to explain some of the silly stuff you're about to watch.
Yeah, so before we start, I'm going to explain a little bit about what New Game Plus does. It unlocks all of our abilities from the start, and also badges are important. Any badge we found in a previous playthrough, we can use right off the bat. The reason this is important is because there's a few badges in this game that you usually have to go very out of your way to get, called cheater badges. And the cheater badges modify the game pretty heavily. The two we're going to use the most are one that just straight up makes you faster, and one that lets you throw the yo-yo and then teleport to wherever it is. So we're going to use both of those pretty heavily to get through the game. And time is going to start just as soon as I click start, which is in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
So right off the bat, you're going to see the first ability I'm going to be using a lot of, Walk the Dog, because it's just a faster movement method. And then as soon as we get to this workbench, I'm going to equip the teleport, as well as a few other abilities. And I'm going to teleport into this loading zone. It might take me a few tries because it's weirdly finicky in a way I don't fully understand. There it is. And that skips the intro of the game. Usually that cutscene there stops us from leaving through the front door, but we leave through the front door anyways. And that lets us just like start going through a lot of the game as soon as we can. So once we get the game opened up to us, our goal is to make it back to the mansion with 4 mega batteries that contain 4 parts of our aunt's soul in them. And usually the game wants you to do them like 2 at a time, so you can pick which one you want to do first out of a set of 2, and then you get another set of 2. But with us having all our abilities and a lot of skips, we can do them in any order we want. Funny story, we do actually, like, the first 2 I get in this route are the 2 that you usually are, like, given the option to do first, but that is going to come with me doing a pretty major area in the top left of the map here. If you want to talk about forming the fan club while I work on that, that would be great.
Yeah, so the area we're going to enter is the stadium. It's going to be one of the main 4 like big dungeons of the game. In order to enter the stadium, all of the seats have already been reserved, but the only spots they have available are for fan clubs. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going around this area of the map and just basically tricking people into joining our fan club just so we can get into the stadium. So we're going to be walking all around and we're going to find these guys who got these big, like the foam finger gloves on. and they are kind enough to also pay us to join our fan club, which we will be utilizing greatly for some upgrades. But the main thing that we're going to be doing is just going to travel around and get to the first 5. You can see at the bottom there, it shows 2 out of 10. We actually only need 5 of them to start the fan club and get in, but the other 5 can be useful if you just need some extra cash. So we're just going to quickly go around and find the 5 fastest ones we can reach.
And the sewers are a pretty major part of this. The sewers are a pretty major part of every area in the game, usually. They're obviously like an underground set of tunnels you can use to navigate through parts of the map that sometimes might be blocked off on the above map. But in this run, there are 2 areas where we'll go into one room of the sewers, but this is the only area where we're going to use the sewers pretty majorly, because usually the format of this game is that there is like a dungeon in each area and a sub-dungeon you have to go through to enter the main dungeon. But this area forgoes that, and instead of having a normal sub-dungeon, it has the fan club. So yeah, I go through that manhole to hit a switch so that when I go through here, I'm going to get the fan that I saved that you might have saw on the same screen that was underground. And at the same time, I'm going to pop up right next to another one, and that's going to be 5 out of 5.
Yeah, and the route we're taking is, like I said, specifically because we want to get the 5 fastest, and then we're going to make use of the money that they're going to give us to join the fan club almost pretty quickly after we get all of this. And then while we're setting up for this dungeon, we actually aren't even going to do it. The main reason we are doing these fans as soon as possible is actually just for the money. The dungeon itself, we're going to enter much later in the game. So right now, we're basically just setting up for later.
Yeah, so I'm about to go to this cutscene that's right here, and I'm just going to like leave. But now we can enter the stadium for when I come back here. But there's still another dungeon I want to do first, and a lot more money I want to get. So I'm going to fast travel down to the South Plaza, and we're going to go to the Slime Burrow, which is probably the most important part of the route because of the way that this game handles keys. This game has a really interesting approach to keys where they're not tied to anywhere in specific. If you can get a key from anywhere into the game towards any other door in the game, you can use it there. So there is a dungeon that's going to take a lot of keys that we don't have a skip past the key check for. So we are going to use the slime burrows to gather a lot of those keys so that we can just kind of cash them out in the dungeon.
If you're
safe house. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, if you're familiar with Zelda 1 and how the keys are just items you can use wherever, this game, it's very much the same way. If you can get a key and drop it in your safe house, the game does not care where you use that key.
Yeah, so there I do a little bit of a teleport clip. I use the teleport badge to push myself between a wall and an NPC, and it can push me through other walls, and that lets me skip a key door and a fight to enter the skyscraper here. So this is, as I mentioned in the first area, this is kind of like the in-between dungeon that you usually have to do to gain access to the main dungeon. And where we can usually skip those, I believe it's been found out that the loading zone to enter the main dungeon here actually does not load until you have this ID badge. So I need to go get this ID badge. And there's also a key that I can drop off in the skyscraper. Just nice and easy.
Yeah, and then you might have noticed we were actually only here for like 10 seconds. There's actually a full dungeon there that, thankfully, because the exit where we need to get the ID from is just in the same room as where we enter it from, we can actually just barely jump over the barricade that's supposed to prevent you from doing that exact thing, thanks to this badge that we're using that speeds us up. With that speed, we have just enough speed to make it over those blocked, like the pillars that are blocking us.
Mm-hmm. And that lets us get into the excavation site. This is the first major dungeon, and it's pretty tricky because usually it's pretty like closed off. But okay, I did that just a little bit weird. There we go. But I'm going to be using a route where I go around using the wall ride a lot, and I'm going to be using that to skip a good chunk of the dungeon. I'm going to grab this money here, and then I'm going to try and jump, loop around, cling onto the side of this wall, and make it to this like back portion of the dungeon. And that is one of the bigger parts of the skip here, but we're not fully done yet with the dungeon because we still have to make it to the boss room. The boss room itself is the part of the dungeon that is pretty concealed, so we still have to do this like back end of it, but that like set of wall rides is what skipped most of the dungeon already.
Yeah, and she did not convey it very well, but these wall rides are not easy to catch, especially the one where she jumped like straight down. Catching that angle is very tricky because Pippet, the main character, wants to latch onto like the closest wall to him, and unless you're angled in a very specific way, that like direct 90-degree turn is not where he wants to go.
Yeah. It's hard to control the wall ride at its absolute fastest at time, but when you get it down, you can do some pretty funny stuff. So this is the boss room right below us. I'm going to drop into the safe house and equip Demon Badge, which is our main offense for the run. It puts us to 2 HP maximum, but it makes us do double damage. The default damage value in this game is 5, and with this on, we do 10. So now we get to fight the Slime Tycoon, and he is not that hard. I equipped the flurry attack early on in the game, and if he's nice and doesn't move too much, then I can absolutely lay into him with it. Unfortunately, I did get a movement there, so I have to navigate my way back. Oh, okay. Yeah, I jumped at the wrong time. So that's a ground slam attack, obviously. But the thing about combat in this game is that jumping actually makes you, like, invincible for most of the time. So why even in like normal combat situations where the attack isn't a stomp attack, you will see me do a lot of jumping in combat because I can like dodge attacks that I otherwise couldn't, even if the attack is airborne itself.
Yeah, and there are a couple
points flurry chains against this guy.
Yeah, if he's gonna play nice, there are like the perfect you can do is just keep him in this bottom spot because he will always reset back to there after a phase change. So if you can just stun him there and keep him in that spot, you can never leave like this bottom area. Yeah, and that's like a perfect fight. But he likes to troll.
Yeah, he's a little bit mean. If you're like really good, you can usually fairly consistently get him to not jump, but I'm not good at using charge moves in games in general, I'm gonna be honest. So sometimes I'm like weirdly finicky with the mechanics of the flurry. But with both of the upgrade people in the safe house, the second cousin of the two, I didn't mention the cousins when I talked to the first one, but we have two now. They're different upgrades. One of them lets us refine badges or create new ones with blueprints, which is not really a mechanic in New Game Plus at all. And the other lets us enter contracts which will buff us in one way, but nerf us in another. So what I do there is I use a lot of my money to refine Demon Badge and Train Badge, and then I put myself in a contract that lowers my attack by 1, but gives me 2 extra badge points. And with that, we can now wear the Train Badge and the Demon Badge at the same time, which vastly reduces like the amount of time we'd have to go to the safe house because we don't need to like trade off speed for. Oh, that was 2 different cutscenes. But we don't have to trade off speed for damage now. You wear my Go Fast badge and my Deal Damage badge at the same time. So that's kind of like the big thing we need money for. It takes 2,500 gold to do both of those upgrades. So the combination of the fan club and the amount of money in that slime dungeon is really cool for that. But now we're heading to the mall, which is where we're going to start cashing in some of the keys I saved up throughout the slime burrows. I just threw a key that I got from a different area at this switch here, so I can hit both of these, and then I'm going to go back in the safe house, get my second key, and use it on the left side here. So we need to hit all 4 switches to make our way to like the bottom half of this dungeon, and we've already opened 3 of the key doors, and there's a 4th key just right here. This is usually where you're supposed to walk the dog for the first time, and like the game has a section that you can't leave once you've entered it. And you come in from there from the other side. But in New Game Plus, where you already have the ability, you can just walk in, get it, walk out, and it's a really fast key. I'm gonna hop into the safe house here because I forgot to equip something. After I use Flurry Attack on the last boss, I want to equip Cat's Cradle here, which is a really good charge move that lets us hit multiple enemies at once really easily. I didn't mean to do that. So you're going to see it here. It just tears a hole in all of them, and that's really nice for like these large enemy arenas. The frying oil plant below the mall here is like one of the main dungeons in the run in terms of like we don't really have much for it right now, so I actually have to do a fair like chunk of the body of the frying oil plant, but I think it's still a really fun one. I think there's still a bit of sauce to it, and we're already skipping a lot of this game. It's fun to have a few things we played semi-normally.
So while she's going through here, I'm going to talk about some of the other things. So she mentions entering a contract. So when we're in a contract, it actually reduces the amount of money we're going to be earning, and that our cousin doesn't actually want any of the money in our pockets. She will only take the money that we gain as we go. So she takes a 50% split of any money we pick up. Thankfully, it's basically irrelevant because we don't really need any money after this point. But normally that would be your downside is any cash you have, 50% goes towards paying off your contract. And so now you can see in the top, like any money we get, it's going to go into our main counter and then the contract counter.
Yeah, the contract I took does make me do 1 less damage, which like obviously doesn't sound ideal, but the only upgrade that gives me what I want, which is 2 BP, lowers my health. And even though we start at 3 health normal and Demon Badge lowers us to 2, it's not nice to you. So if I were to take the -1 health, I would be playing the whole game at 1 HP. And even though that's like theoretically optimal, I suppose, over losing an attack point, no, this game is like not easy. And thankfully, the way that the game does math is that it takes the double from the Demon Badge before it takes the double from the Demon Badge before it subtracts the 1. So we're doing 9 damage because it's 5 normal, 10 from Demon Badge, -1 from the contract. There is games that would do math and only give us 8, so thank you, Pocket Trap, for doing your math in a way that likes me. But we're kind of getting into a little bit of the more back half of the oil plant here, and we are going to grab this battery and store it in the safe house for later.
Burger?
There are burgers all over the place.
I love a burger.
I'll take the burger with me. Unfortunately, I do have to drop it because I'm going to wall right here.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah. This part is funny. Usually it's a big platforming challenge, but I'm just going to kind of wall ride past all of it. And that's going to take us to the boss fight here. So to skip like a long animation, I'm just going to wall ride here and then walk the dog into the arena. And this is Don Moretti, and he's pretty involved. He has a lot of different guns that fire pretty differently. So I have to be really careful here to like make sure I don't get hit by one of them. The shotgun that he introduces in phase 2 is not that bad. But I just have to, again, like watch out for the bullets flying all over the place and obviously him jumping around. Usually what I'm trying to do here is charge to hit him with a Cat's Cradle, because the base hit of Cat's Cradle does a lot of damage, and it's like theoretically more DPS if you can keep doing it, but it's really tricky. So sometimes we'll opt just wail on him normally. We also have the spin attack that I haven't used much, but is really nice, called Around the World, which does let us stun him in place, and it will like usually cancel the current gun he's using, which can be nice for that machine gun blast here because it does take a while where he's tracking you. But the end of the machine gun blast is actually a really nice time to just like where he's just standing there. So I can use it there, and at this point he's at 1 health. Can I do a throw? No. That works. So he's very like tricky to get a really good fight on. But I mean, hey, that was not dying is just cool.
Yeah, that's not bad. He is as we haven't really touched on it, but when we use the yo-yo, it can bounce off like diagonal areas and like kind of bounce off walls. His bullets do the same in that fight, and that's why like the arena keeps changing, is to just make it to where his bullets are just constantly ricocheting around the place. So just not dying in that fight is a blessing. There's just so much happening and so many bullets flying around that it's just a nightmare. It alone makes him more annoying than he actually is. He's realistically one of the easier bosses, but just a like a bullet hell of a fight, and that's pretty much the only challenge that stems from that.
Yeah. He was also the boss that was in the demo of the game, so I'm already a bit more familiar with him than I am with most. And speaking of bosses that are mean and evil, we have one coming up soon, because I'm equipping teleport here for the Fuddlelands neighborhood. The whole gimmick here is that we usually have to go find a ticket on the other side of town to enter this festival, but we can just like teleport to the cutscene that stops us from entering. And then when we go to this main stage area, we can teleport past this bodyguard to get on stage. I do want to be a little bit careful here, because I want to get my train and demon badge before entering the boss fight. Thankfully, there's a safe house behind the stage, but that series of teleports just actually skipped that entire dungeon, and we're going to fight the boss.
Yeah, that dungeon this is probably intended to be like the final one, because it's just so involved when constantly like you have to use a bunch of switches to change the color of tiles and stuff. It's just very involved, and we do none of it.
Yeah. Even before I knew about that strat, my routing around keys in this game was mostly to skip this dungeon. Like, we actually did more of the mall so I could skip this dungeon. And however, as much as we did this dungeon we can skip, we do still have to fight Lincoln, which is one of the more annoying bosses in this game for sure. He jumps around all over the place like crazy. And in phase 2 and 3, we have Toxie to deal with. This is an interesting case where, unlike the other 3 fights where we're like actually kind of dealing with the big like bad guy of the chapter, I guess you could call it, pretty heavily. Toxie is actually the bad guy of the chapter, but we are fighting this like Link cosplayer who jumps all over the place. I don't even know where my yo-yo is. There it is. It comes back to you eventually when you don't have it on you. But yeah, no, he jumps all over the place. He has a parry attack that knocks the yo-yo out of your hand. He throws all sorts of things at you. And throughout the fight, Toxie will act as an enemy that we skipped, who will pick another enemy on the field and act as a like shield for them, where you have to take out that enemy before you can attack the enemy it's guarding again. So this fight can get really irritating because like Lincoln is already jumping around being mean to you, and then Toxie will make him invincible. In this third phase, she gets like more annoying with like how many hits she'll take before she goes out of commission again. So again, if Lincoln just keeps jumping around, he will eventually get shielded again. Like when she starts moving, she's usually on her way to shield him. But the one thing I would say is nice about this fight is that most of the time, it's not a death risk. It can be if you're not careful, but I would say, yeah, he's annoying and jumps around a lot and can be hard to hit, but like, you shouldn't die to him too often if you're not, unless you're like really not careful.
Yeah, the around the world mover we've been using not only allows us to stun it, but the boomerangs he's throwing around the world will make them drop health for us. And so if you're getting like too anxious, as long as you just play slow enough for him to throw boomerangs, he almost always throws 2 of them at a time. So even if you aren't using the demon badge like we would be and just using the normal 3 health, as long as you just play a little bit slow and careful, you can get back to full health pretty quickly. It's just the fight is overwhelming because of how much he moves. He himself is barely a risk, barely like a danger in the fight itself. He just moves around a lot and is annoying.
Yeah. He's really annoying. I remember dying to him once casually at the end of the fight, and I was like, no. But with them done, we just have the stadium left as our last dungeon, and since we already did the whole fan club, we can just kind of waltz right in. And since this is New Game Plus and we already have the wall ride, we can more specifically waltz right into the right side of this dungeon, which actually comes with a really interesting quirk I will talk about as we get to the end of this part of the dungeon. But for now, it's kind of just like going through this part of the dungeon, and there's not too much. This is a very closed area, so we can't really do too many big skips, and it's not really that key focused, so I don't have too much to say. Anarchy, if you have any announcements you want to make, now is a great time.
Sure, I love announcements. As I said earlier, Juneteenth is coming up this Thursday. It's going to be going for 4 days this time around, which is amazing. So Black and Flash's Summer Speedrunning Celebration Juneteenth is coming to the GDQ channel from the 19th to the 22nd, so that's Thursday to Sunday. Type !Juneteenth in the chat for the full schedule and visit gdq.gg/BAF to learn how you can get involved with the Black and Flash community. And also be sure to follow our new Blue Sky page at blackandflash.bsky.social to stay connected. We've got a lot of awesome things coming down the pipeline for the Black and Flash community, so make sure you support us and check us out.
I'm so excited for this weekend.
Oh, it is going to be
Black and Flash always puts on bangers. But as we move through the stadium here, we get to this interesting room. There seems to be a lot of powered down like robot sports players. I also use a little trick that exists, by the way, where if I correctly time a like yo-yo hit on a wall when I'm standing over a pit, I can just jump again. You'd think that would be one of like the most wild skips in most games, but just because of the sheer amount of movement in this game, New Game Plus, we don't actually see it that much. Especially because if you have a wall, you usually just want to wall ride it. But because wall riding doesn't work when you don't have your yo-yo attached, there are a few instances where we're going to use it because we have to throw our yo-yo somewhere. So like I do it with that battery there, and I'm going to do it again with this key and just like save a few seconds of like not waiting for my yo-yo to come back. But this arena actually I'm coming up on. I want to grab my battery. This arena is one of the harder parts of the run. About the whole like skipping half of the dungeon thing. So this is usually a meeting point where like the first half of the second half of the dungeon would meet here, and you usually don't do both of these hockey players at the same time. But as a byproduct of us not doing the first side of the dungeon yet, they are both here. So I want to be really careful. There is a specific... Oh, okay, I didn't notice that guy was doing that. There is a specific hockey player that is tied to each part of the dungeon, which is why I'm focusing on the one on the left, and he's also the one like spawning all the enemies. But as like a good note to this, he is the one that when I beat him, will like just destroy the rest of the room. And I thankfully got all of them positioned in that corner really well, so I could just stun all of them with Around the World at once, which... There are some strats that are being developed that do that in a lot more of an involved method than I'm doing, that I probably should take some time to get down, because that fight does not need to be as scary as I'm making it look. But a really funny, interesting side effect of the whole we're like doing both side dungeons mini-boss at the same time is that if we take out the second mini-boss first, it just kills the second one and gives us access to like the back end of the first side. So I can just like take this battery, put it here, and we can start the boss fight.
And
this
is the only time where the game sort of has its own little rules for it. And instead, the guy we're fighting who has this mega battery, he's not actually into fighting himself. He's actually running a whole rigged like football scheme where he's, you know, scamming a bunch of people. And so we wanted to expose him and take the mega battery. And so he told us he'd only give us the mega battery if we could beat his team. And so now we are forced to play football against a team of, you know, tons of people. Thankfully, they're all very, very bad, and we can just jump past them. And this is also one of the the big benefits of the train badge, is we can just outpace all of them as well. And as we get scores, he just starts making it harder and harder, where like the first time we scored, he added these barriers. Now he's adding these turrets. The turrets can actually get rid of his own players. So more often than not, they benefit us. And then he gets exposed for all of his fraud, and then he runs away.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite parts of the game. So the story of this game, I don't want to get too into it because the game is fairly new and you should absolutely play this game yourself. It rules. But pretty much, our aunt runs like a whole, like runs an energy company and is kind of greedy about it. So like these 4 like customers of ours that run their own business use a cannon to separate her soul into those 4 batteries and use that battery to power their like entire city. Pippet in the opening cutscene ends up intercepting that with his yo-yo. So instead of having 4/4 of the soul in 4 batteries, 4/5 of the soul are in the batteries and the other 5th is in the yo-yo. But in that situation, he is using the battery to power an entire fake sports team to like rig sports betting to like make everyone homeless. There, if you remember when we were in the sewers, there was a part of the sewers where there was like a giant community of people, and those are all people who went homeless sports betting. So.
Yeah, one of the topics that gets touched on is in this is the 4 main guys try to pitch the idea that they're trying to get rid of a monopoly and better the city and all the inhabitants, but at the same time they're using it for their own greed. So each one of the guys we've taken out have used their like this whole power for their own greedy purposes. And so the idea is that we're trying to recover the mega batteries so that we can put our aunt back together. But at the same time, as the story's unfolding, we learn a little bit more about her intentions. So I'm not going to say anything more about that. Again, obviously go buy this game yourself. It is absolutely worth every single penny. But as we go through here, we're entering the part of the game where now we need to reach her lab so we can put her back into, like, put her back together, essentially. And her lab acts as one giant dungeon that we are about to skip most of it.
Yeah, so I do need to get... Okay, I'm not going to go for that again, I think.
Do a little bit of stuff.
Yeah. Thankfully, we're at a part of the run where I don't care too much about my money right now.
Yeah.
The old route I did used to be like actually really annoying with its money, so... Thankfully, that's not quite the case anymore. But yeah, the thing about this dungeon is that we can save up all the keys and batteries we want, but it actually doesn't matter because if you see like these laser shooters throughout the dungeon, the whole point of it is that we need to get one of our own, and there's none of them like previously throughout the game. So we have to make our way to this room that lets us use the laser to like melt these blocks, and using this we can get to the end of the dungeon. But there is still something really funny we can do with this that will take a little bit to get to because it's not the first thing we're going to do with it. But now that we have this, we can break this block and go back to the center room where we want to get to the lab elevator. Usually we need to use 2 keys and a battery. But we are going to skip one of the keys and one of the battery and the battery rather, and get the other key of the 2 we need by just throwing it against this wall and grabbing this key. I'm also going to grab this money for fun because we like money.
I like money.
But the goal here is I'm going to line up with the laser here at a specific spot and then throw it. And it's going to like... Usually this game functions on a grid with throwable items. But if I'm in just the right spot, it will like misalign weirdly on that edge.
Oh.
And we can use it to get into the lab with only 1 key.
That is so cool.
So that skips pretty much all of that dungeon because we're supposed to go through various different areas of that dungeon to collect the keys and get the battery and then the laser, all to culminate to solve that quote unquote puzzle. But we only really need 1 key, and then we can just use that very, very small spot and just place the laser in such a way that it just so happens to get rid of the tile we need. And right now, as we've entered the lab, we've actually set off the security system for the lab, and which now we have to go through this whole gauntlet in less than 5 minutes to turn off the emergency system. So now it's like a challenge of using all of your abilities throughout the game and showing that you've actually mastered them with a time limit.
Mm-hmm. this part's usually not too bad, especially with the train badge. It is like a pretty generous timer. Even without it, I'd say it's not that hard. Obviously, there is a death risk for us with 2 HP, but that doesn't matter too much. It just puts us like back in the room we were in. It does like take away from the timer, but we're not going to die enough in this section that we lose. At least I hope not. I'm budget up right now, but it's fine. Okay, very generous timer. I think my best like lab escapes here, I get to the lever and I still have like 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, it's not really the biggest risk. It's just dying is more of an annoyance than anything. And because we only have 2 health, we can't we'll lose health falling into these voids. So we just got to be a little bit careful. But we are, unless we get really, really unfortunate somehow, we're almost never at actual risk of running out of time. Because if we do run out of time, we have to reset all of it.
I did that a little sloppy, but it's fine. This is the last room, so I just have to jump over this laser and turn the system off. So now, before we get to the final boss here, which it is final boss time, I'm going to go back in the safe house and re-equip the flurry attack that we used for the first boss. But with that being said, this boss is really tricky. So Silver, I'm going to let you be the main one to talk throughout it.
Yeah, so really quickly, we brought all the mega batteries back together, but it's revealed that our cousins were actually against us the whole time. They've reprogrammed the mega batteries and the machine that puts our aunt back together to make her hostile against us, with the goal being that we would essentially just destroy each other. So now we have to, our attempt is to calm her down. Here in this first phase, she just sort of has the batteries just hanging around her. Thankfully, because of the demon badge and how little health she has during this first phase, we can just basically flurry chain, just chain in like her face, and she goes down pretty quickly. After she reaches a certain threshold in her health, she gets stunned for a little bit, as well as the batteries. And the goal being that we want to, I think it takes 6 or 7 flurry attacks to get her down to no health. But the whole time we need to also be aware of these batteries. Each of the mega batteries has its own different attack pattern, and it'll do certain things. Like some of them will stomp on you, some of them, like one of them shoots beams and stuff. They each have their own individual attacks, but we just want to very quickly just hug her and get rid of her. And then after the first phase, she pulls us into, I think it's called the ethereal realm, where now she is in a realm that she controls. And so now we get put into another arena where her, the mega batteries, and then after we deal a certain amount of damage, she puts us into this dimensional challenge room where we have to try and survive the challenges and reach her and attack her before she escapes again. And so all these sections here are just intermissions to try and make sure that you actually, I think it's mostly intended to see if you're good at the abilities, as well as a check to make sure you have them. But here we can see some of the attacks that the batteries can do. They can also spawn items, some of them will, you see the one has a bomb on it. They can also spawn health for us. So if we're getting low on health, we can hope and pray that the battery will drop the health for us. But the whole fight itself is just one super long gauntlet, because the only checkpoint we get from this point is once the health has reached halfway. If we die before at the halfway point, it resets the whole fight. And with the demon badge only giving us 2 health, there's a lot of risk to it. Especially this battle is brutal. This is definitely the whole point. As you can see, when we spawn in there's a bunch of health right there. That's because the game absolutely intends for you to have more than 2 health. This is supposed to be a gauntlet. But because we're doing it with the demon badge, we don't have that much health. We're just hoping that we can out DPS her, essentially, and just do more damage. And if we do take damage, these intermissions have at least 1 health pickup. So as long as we can make it to an intermission, even if we're scraping by the edge of our teeth, we can get 1 health pickup at least.
Yeah. The intermissions are where the train badge get kind of mean, because they were not designed around them. So sometimes the jumps they want us to do are a bit more precise than we really can do.
Yeah.
It's also very easy for me to slide around and go somewhere I don't want to be.
It was mentioned earlier, the cheater badges, by the game's own admission, break the game. Like, they do very weird things where the game isn't intended for you to use them. They're there as like a fun thing to mess around with once you find them, because they're hidden behind the biggest challenges in the game. And so a lot of the puzzles aren't actually designed for how fast you can go. So yeah, you can slip off these platforms and stuff like that.
There we go. Now I just want health, please.
And then
I don't think that's gonna hit. No.
This is, for me, I dislike this attack, where she will use the mega batteries to spawn a bunch of like little beams to just shoot around the area. You have to throw your yo-yo at a very specific spot so it diagonals in such a way to hit her from behind. But if you don't do it fast enough, there's just millions of orbs flying around, and it personally, it scares me. I get overwhelmed very easily by stuff like that.
It's definitely scary. And I'm getting a little bit slowed down by the corner there.
Yeah, if it hits a diagonal, it does go a little bit slower. Right there, she was preparing an attack that blows up the entire screen to where your only escape is to go along the perimeter. Thankfully for us, if we do need to do that, the perimeter sometimes has health along it. So if we're down 1 health, we can just sort of skate around, wait for her attack to finish, and maybe pick up a health pickup.
Yeah, and another thankfully, is, oh no, I should have hit the battery first. That was just a club on my end. But what I was going to say is after we do this battery section, we get the checkpoint in the fight.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, and the batteries, if we hit them, they drop 2 health pickups as well. So that's why she said that she should have hit the battery.
I just like completely panicked at the idea of getting the checkpoint, which is the biggest downfall, I think. I think this fight is not horrible if you can stay calm and remember how to fight it, but like that is not always an option with 2 health on a speedrun pace. Like,
yeah, it is still difficult for me to where I don't even use the demon badge for this fight. This is the only fight where I personally do not use the demon badge, and I opt for the 3 health and a different badge that just gives me a flat like damage upgrade. So my fights are a little bit slower, but I'm a little bit safer doing it. That's just me though. Of course, the best way to do it would be the demon badge, but if you are like a type of person like me that can get very stressed, it is very nerve-wracking. So here
also
we're just going to try
around the world here spinning to get the batteries.
Yeah, if you do spam around the world, it doesn't have as much reach, so we have to be careful about how much we spam it, because after you use it enough times, all it's really doing is just spinning around Pipit's hitbox, and that does nothing for us.
Please, game. There we go.
So just before this, we were actually discussing it. The second half, once we get past that part where we were just died at with the batteries, she does start incorporating some new attacks into what she's doing. So right now, she's primarily just using the batteries to attack us, and she herself isn't really doing anything. But once we hit this halfway point, she starts using the batteries to empower herself and start doing extra attacks, which you would think means it's more dangerous, but ironically she's a little bit easier that way.
Thankfully this part on this little platforming section is really easy to grab. All right, let's not be really silly this time, and okay, thanks Ian.
Yeah, the scary part about all of this is just all the enemies that spawn, because they pose the biggest risk of anything in this area, and there's just so many of them.
There we go. That's going to be the checkpoint. And at this point, she is going to get more directly involved in attacking. But as we mentioned, she is done with platforming sections, which I'm grateful for, because it means this section of the fight, even if it is pretty hard, it's still a lot shorter overall.
Yeah. The main thing she's going to start incorporating to her attacks is right now she's using the batteries as a sword. When she does this, she just stands still for quite a bit. So it gives us a free several attacks. The other one that she can do is this one, where she sends the batteries to sweep the screen. She's completely stationary throughout the entire attack. And so what we want her to do is, ideally we want her to do the sweeping attack as much as possible because she's the most vulnerable during it. But we want to try and see this or the sword and not have her use the batteries as their own individual attacks. Because when she sends the batteries to attack on their own, she just kind of flies around and dodges you.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I did that to myself. I think if I just committed, it would be fine, but...
Yeah, definitely showing how brutal this fight can be. It is no cakewalk to do this fight, where, like, it's not an exaggeration that this fight, like, can be longer than most of the sections in this game. Just because of... Admittedly, we are at a major disadvantage compared to the intent of where you're supposed to be at this point. We definitely have the damage to be here, but we don't have the health to be here.
Yeah, the game's maximum health without any, like... Or the game's maximum health, rather, is 10. So 2 is definitely a far cry from that. I want the red battery has a heart. Okay, thank you. She's doing individual attacks, that's fine. Blue has a heart right now. There's a heart on my right side. I'm gonna grab it.
Yeah, each of these batteries has their own little unique attack. The most obnoxious one is the red one, who tries to, like, block for her. So anytime you attack it will send your yo-yo flying. And so you kind of have to, like, run and pick it back up. But now that we've gotten her health down to nothing, all we're doing now is destroying the mega batteries by making them fall into the void.
Time is in like 5 seconds, by the way. And time.
GG's.
Yeah, that fight is hard. I'm really happy to have gotten it good enough. Like, I definitely died a lot there, and some of them were stupid, but I'd rather lose 5 minutes on that. You can lose, like, over 10.
Yeah, it is very, very easy to lose all of your time. For me, because I don't use the demon badge, dying before the checkpoint is essentially a run over. Because to get back to that point is more time than it's worth. But it is a very, very rough fight. And to end it all off, what we do is your aunt basically comes to the conclusion that we have to kill her so that the city could be better off without her. And she ends up surviving anyway. So that final hit is her accepting her defeat and letting us get rid of her. So the goal is that once she's defeated, the entire city gets power for free.
Yeah.
And it accomplishes everybody's goal.
Yay! And if we have time, before I do my shoutouts, can I do like a 1-minute funny showcase? Or are we...
Yeah, go
for it. All right. So I mentioned that, or you may have noticed that this category is no zips, and it's a major technique we haven't been doing. So I have not had as much time to learn these because they're pretty new, but I guess I should show you what they're about here. So if you use the UFO throw, which is an ability I barely used on a screen transition, and then go through it with the ability, it can, as you can see, make you go several screens at once. And we can actually use that here to zip from the start of the mansion all the way to the final boss room.
Awesome.
And if you access the final boss room without enough batteries, you get the stand party.
That is amazing.
And it's going to kill us once the cutscene is over. And because of the way I entered this room, I have to close the game to get out of here.
It is essentially a soft lock, but this is like what we call the bad ending. It's reaching the final area without any of the batteries, or not all of the batteries. You get this little party, but because of the zips, we can get here in sub a minute and just see this. So it's just a fun little thing to demo. But yeah, because of how we entered this room into the cutscene trigger, so it is just an indefinite soft lock.
Yeah. And with that done, I'll give my quick shout outs to, let me think of everyone I can. Obviously, all the other runners of this game. The dev team has been really supportive and obviously built this game around running in a unique way where they didn't make it easy, but with stuff like the key storage, it's really unique and was a lot of fun to route. So shout out to them. other than the other runners and the devs, I don't think I have anything else. Silver, if you have anyone in particular, otherwise, I think
Other than the people in the Discord who've been helping out with all of the routing, a lot of our focus recently has been on the zips since their discovery and have majorly changed the run. So shout outs to everybody in the Discord, like Chibi Satan, Idea, the people who are helping me mess around with all the zips and find everything. And of course, the developers who are baffled as to how quickly we've destroyed everything.
Yeah, shout out to them. But yeah, thank you so much for having us. This game is amazing. You should all play it. And we're super happy to have gotten the chance to show it off. And enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you so much, Lori and Silver, for that amazing showcase of Pipistrello and the Cursed Yoyo. It was absolutely, I was flabbergasted. That was a great run. But without further ado, I think that's going to be the end for Hidden Heroes tonight. I hope you enjoyed this episode of taking down the ban in whatever capacity that means for the games that we got to show off tonight. My name is Anarchy, and of course, you can find Hidden Heroes every other Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Make sure you stay tuned for the show after this break, which is going to be Express Lane. A lot of awesome gamers, a lot of awesome games that are going to be on that. But I have been Anarchy. Remember that you're all heroes and that you're all great, and I will see you